Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Vanquisher League. It is the start of playoffs, Seder, and tonight we have a hell of a series for you. We have Summit Esports Phoenix taking on MYNT Gaming.
Yeah, it should be a really good one. It is one of the ones we've kind of been more looking forward to. Indigo Montoya has been one of my favorites going in. I did vote for Indigo going into the All-Star voting, so very excited to see if he's going to prove me right or wrong today. While on the other side, Doom has been a player I've been keeping an eye on. Some interesting plays, to put it nicely, but can be unlocked in certain stages. So looking forward to seeing how draft will go and seeing if they can unlock their win conditions. But meta has changed quite a bit. We're seeing a lot of picks drop off, a lot of new things appear, and I think genuinely Maokai should be first picked by any team here just to get one solid draft.
Is that what we're feeling right now? The Maokai pick being prioritized? Are you looking for Maokai jungle, support, or top right now? Or is it just, you think it's a good general flex?
I just think Maokai is just absolutely busted in the jungle. I think every single time I see it, it seems to win no matter how the game state goes. So I would like to see it in one of the games, but simple junglers seem to be the way forward, like Jarvan's, Amumu's, Maokai's. Those style kind of like easier style junglers, we're moving away from the Xin Zhao Wukongs, which take a little bit of like hands to really unlock them. So yeah, I'm looking forward just to going back to simple styles, simple kind of like Kog'Maw, Jinx. We're not going towards Kallistas and Kaisas anymore. We're going back to those hyper scaling, protect the puppies, and big engaged junglers, which is a better meta for viewers because team fights are more explosive, right?
For sure. With this being best of 5 now, right? We have picks being knocked off now that we're playing Fearless. Is there anything you think these two teams need to watch out for with picks going to be knocked off the table left and right?
It's mostly the ADC pool. If you're really thinking hard about it, it's the only role in the game that doesn't have flexibility. Mid laners, you can take certain things from other lanes. You can take top laners there, like Renekton's. You can swap those things up. Junglers, there's a wealth of junglers that have been in and out of meta, and you can always go back towards the, let's say, more carry-orientated junglers. You could see a Kha'Zix. It's not impossible to see something like that appear. Even Zeds, Kiana's, Assassins. So they have a wealth, while ADCs, you have maybe 8 ADCs that are good right now. And if it goes all the way, and maybe in game 4, if you really want to force it, take an ADC mid, and then you end up with really bad ADCs the later you go in. So I'd like to see maybe a little bit of focus on that. Maybe see teams, if it does go all the way, really start to express bans into that bot side to really force the enemy ADC either to pick early into a bad matchup, or be forced into a situation where you're left with Zeri Yumi, which can be Vide. Vi is very, very good at dealing with that, but little things like that could definitely change things. But Udyr being taken away, Talia, Wukong, Smolder, an ADC ban, that's not too bad. But what do you want to see out of this first phase? Because you are playing competitive right now and really badly.
Well, okay. Honestly, I can't even argue with that. That is valid. I play in a points league and it gets rough. I think what I've been seeing a lot of where I play is we're seeing the Pantheon get picked up a lot. We're seeing the Xin usually in that counter matchup. Jarvan, I've been seeing picked up a lot. Like, I'm still seeing a lot of those like semi-engaged early game junglers. I've been seeing Sejuani pop back in a little bit more and more now. I'm hoping to see something a little explosive from the jungle early, and then Jinx, I think it's picked up back better. I've been seeing a lot of Sivir, but I hate seeing Sivir, so I'm not hoping for it. But I've been seeing Sivir and Zeri slowly marching their way back into this champ pool, so I'm curious what we're going to see. A Victor pickup. That's pretty early for a Victor.
It's good for Jinx, though, because you can control Jinx's range with your ult. You can just put down the Chaos Storm, and you can... Did they change the name of Chaos Storm, didn't they?
I don't
Arcane Storm now. It's Arcane Storm now. If you just Arcane Storm. So you can push that champion back and just using the Arcane Storm in certain positions. So that can definitely change. Sion in the top lane. It's
right off the bat is weird.
it's more common now than you think. It's if you're going to the higher tiers, which Vanquisher is a higher tier league, usually you save your ADC bot for like the last 2 picks because it's one of the most volatile lanes if left alone because it's a 2v2. There's multiple abilities that can change it, but you don't take it early, you lose a lot more agency. So right now, Sepics are in a much worse position because they've shown their card. They've shown their hand. They've shown that Swain's also mid.
Why are we locking Swain and then Brum? Why not lock the Swain, use as a flex, wait for the bans, and then lock in what you want to lock in, right? I'm not crazy?
That's what I'm saying, that they've shown their cards way too early. They've shown that Swain is mid. They've shown that they're playing a defensive bot lane, which means there's going to be something heavy on damage in the top side, which means the Sion is safe. They can blind that really easily now. They have the Jarvan there, which sets up for team fights with the Victor, so they can ban away top laners. They can give Sion a better lane. Gwen is still available, but I'm not expecting to see Gwen. I don't remember Loco ever playing Gwen off the top of my head, so I don't know if they're going to go for that. But even now, you can go for like a safety style. Like Bard is pretty good into Braum Jinx because you can't block the Bard ult with Braum's shield. It buys you time. But a Kog'Maw is meta.
Kog'Maw Lulu? I wouldn't hate a Kog'Maw Lulu. I think it's
Lulu doesn't work into Swain Braum though.
What would you like to
squishy
see with the Kog'Maw? Like, what pairs well with Kog'Maw?
I said Bard before the Kog'Maw pick, but I don't think Bard is a good choice if you go into like play for Kog'Maw.
I love Amumu picks. I think Amumu picks are so correct. Especially, I think paired with Jinx Swain, Amumu is really solid. I'm not sure how much I love the Maokai here. I mean, it's fine. I think it's good to Sion. I don't know if it's my
Mordekaiser.
Mordekaiser.
Okay.
Mordekaiser is what I meant. Bard is going to be the thing locked in here with the Kog'Maw. I personally... I'm trying to think about how I feel. I kind of like the execution.
You're trying to think about how you feel.
Yeah.
Using your head for your heart.
Yes, precisely.
Not your heart for your head. What does your heart say?
My heart says Sep
You're
X.
the jungler on either side.
Sep X because of Amumu, straight up. I love Amumu Jinx. I think it's really fun.
Okay.
I think Swain pairs both with the Amumu. I think it's the bonus true damage. On mid side, I think it's a solid draft. I'm trying to think about how this team plays when we get to team fights, and I maybe work 2 brain damage to figure that out myself. I guess you just kind of have everyone peel for Victor Kog'Maw and play front to back.
See, the thing is with the Jarvan, you just kind of put someone in the death hole. You just throw everything into it. That's how this works. Sion should have an easy enough time into the Mordekaiser because you have the ability to lock them down. You have that magical resistances set up as well. So everything should be fine for Sion unless the lane gets blown open by a couple of ganks. Swain is going to be incredibly hard to kill in the late game as well though because it's the drain tank and they don't really have that burst. We're not going to see the NA effect of Double Lift getting killed by Crown in 2017. You know, it's not going to be the same thing unless somehow Bots Maven does one-shot Doom, and then we can recall 2017. But look, I think with the Bard into Swain, if you landed on Swain, he loses stacks from his drain. So that kind of nullifies him a little bit. I think it also helps protect your team in certain situations. If Amumu is looking to engage, you can just throw the Bard ult. I think MYNT have better answers for what Sepex want to do, but if Sepex get enough of a lead and can just throw a wallet at them, MYNT shouldn't have the ability to salvage a game. They don't have that. Like, Kog'Maw's a carry, but he doesn't have that Lulu or the Yumi or some sort of enchanter to help keep him alive and keep him barking. So I feel like, yeah, Sepex I think have the advantage because they just have that Amumu Jinx combo, but MYNT have answers. That's the best way I can put it. I'd put it honestly 50-50.
I was going to say, I feel like these drafts are really close. I think the one question I'm going to have as well is how quickly is it going to take for Jinx to find a kill in those fights? I think the big thing with team fights is going to be how long does it take for a mid member to fall for Jinx to get excited? Because if it takes too long, I think the favor just goes instantly to mid with the living artillery and whatnot.
Yeah, I think that there's always like that, how quick can Jinx get a kill? Just go Collector and see what happens. But It's nice 5-man spread. Nothing too interesting going to pop up immediately. Sepix and Mint are going to relax for the moment. It looks... I think on a Mumu, I would start the Raptors here. I would path toward that top side because Sion should get a slightly earlier push as long as Mordekaiser doesn't try to proc his passive and get that wave pushing. So maybe play for that, but they're going to attempt to put pressure on.
Oh, they got a nice little pull on Ryzini, getting a little bit of damage. Oh my
No
god,
way.
there's going to be the bandage toss in. He's forced to flash already. That's a huge advantage for Sepix this early in.
It's something, but a Mumu is going to be very, very slow on his jungle clear, which means he could be invaded. They did burn, heal, and flash from mid and support. No unsealed spellbook supports either, so no 6-minute TPs from the supports this time around. But yeah, Mumu's being forced into getting a leash here, which I haven't seen in 2025. Yeah, it's been a very long time since I've seen that.
Come on, we love a good leash.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, but yeah, it's going to be Ryzini's going to have a tough time in the lane now without having that flash and Mumu having those double bandages, also the pull from Swain coming through with the never move. Yeah, it's very susceptible to ganks, so be very careful, but it is a Victor, and Victor is notorious for being able to just push lanes. It's going to be a skill matchup, I guess, at the end of the day, and just jungler kind of has to give up vision and kind of put wards around to help cover that mid lane to see if the Mumu is around. But right now, pressure for Doom as they're getting decent damage off onto this Jinx. Romeo, are you dead? I think Romeo's disappeared, so I'll take over and just keep talking about things while we wait for Romeo to reconnect to us. But at the moment, nothing too interesting happening. Some decent trading happening in the top side is Inogo Montoya is going to get the better of this one. Does have a decent shove in here, but Sion is under a little bit of pressure. We'll see what Sion's going to be able to do with this, how much they can pick up off the back of that. Well, the recall will come through from Mordekaiser as the game has slowed down. There's going to be no action for the start. Anyway, no one's going to be fishing for that first blood. A nice catch on the mid lane for bots Maven. For the moment. Just trying to keep it, see if I can see what's going on with Romeo, but can't see anything just yet. We do see Kog'Maw and Barder now. Should be hitting around the time they want to start. Maybe getting a recall off. They might want to leave early. Most of the ADCs in this kind of style want to go back early, get those boots, maybe get an upgrade for some attack speed and sit back. But with both junglers now in this bot side, looks like they could be setting up for something. Maybe see each other, but it looks like pings are going down. Up on the top, as we do see, it is going to be an engage into that mid lane. The other jungler is here to aid, but will just be able to get that knock up and leave. But it looks like they want to contest onto this Scuttle Crab. Vision will go down, will be traded. Only smite available for the Jarvan. And will be a slow start overall. A couple of ganks, some action, but no kills yet over to either side. Okay. See what we can do with this one as we're back up towards that top side. Nice trading coming through, but it won't ever see a kill really happen on this one. They shouldn't be able to kill each other in these early stages. Need for those items to come through as we go back to Doom and Myers now trading off on this one. Doom with a slight CS advantage. I saw him golden. I saw him. Just production giving me information, don't you worry about it. But it does look like Romeo will be back in just a little while, hopefully. But Doom right now just CSing for the moment. If Romeo can't come back, is there a caster in chat available to jump in? Okay, he is coming back. Okay, perfect. I would actually miss Romeo just a little bit, but not too much. But let's see what they're going to be able to do, as it is still a very, very quiet game. Way now roaming towards that bot side, does have that shove, but immediately you can see the vision is going down, and both sides here are taking their time with it. Also, Mint is on blue side, by the way. Just need to change the top. As we are now going to look for the stun. Won't hit it, and it will just be the jump forward from the Braum, getting that stand behind me and unbreakable combo, keeping that Jinx safe. As we will see. It's not the worst start for either side. Oh, Romeo's back. Welcome back.
Yes, he is. Sorry about that. We are back on the cast, ready to go. It looks like it's been pretty even. Looks like I haven't missed a whole lot, thank God.
No, nothing has happened. It's been very boring without you.
A lot of poke just going out right now. It looks like we have almost all flashes up across the board, too. We didn't really get a punish on that Ryzini flash burnt level 1.
Nope, nothing.
I see the scoreboard flipped, though.
Yeah, Mint is on blue side. Mint is on blue side. Mint is... Montoya is going to go for flash.
Inferno trying to get over to setbacks. Could be first kill right now. The Unstoppable going to be used, but it's a little bit too late. Montoya going to find that first blood for Mint real quick. Loco Pollo going to see what he can get. Probably pick up some minions, but that's going to be about it. He's going to lose a lot of that wave. No TP up.
So used to just casting by myself there, Romeo. I forgot you're the play-by-play. Because you started talking about, oh, they took the first Drake, and it's like, am I the play-by-play or are you the play-by-play?
I've switched to color, even though I'm a plat shitter, so it's gonna go great.
It doesn't mean you don't have information.
I have
For
information.
anyone that's out there, right, that's listening to us and is wondering about color casting, you don't need to be the most intelligent person. You just need to know what you're talking about with enough chest and confidence that no one can challenge you.
So that's how LS has made a career.
100%. LS just says everything with chest, and what he says is in a perfect robot world. That's not how things work. He needs to get over himself. No, genuinely, like every single time I see him on Twitter, I want to scream. But look, LS is right on some things. There is very, very important timers that work on the map, and in the highest tiers of competitive, they do matter. When a Drake goes down, there's nothing on the map. Everything should be quiet. But we're not in the highest tiers. This is Vanquisher. This is NA. This is where something spawns and everyone runs at it.
Yep, and right now everyone's running at the grubs. We're seeing Drac get hit really hard. Diga is going to go down right away. We do see Swain popping that ult, trying to find something on Ryzini here, but Ryzini going to be able to walk out. The TP coming from Indigo. Luckyfield going to get the slow, and he's going to find Jarvan. It's a 1-for-1 trade right now. Both junglers down. 3v3 happening in the red side. Meanwhile, it's Sion versus Jinx, probably benefiting Mint a little bit more than it's benefiting SepX, having her down there and Sion forced the match.
Yeah, I do love how League of Legends has changed so much over the years to the point where Jinx used to be this aggressive, like, bully in lane that just wanted to auto-attack you down and continue going. It was one of those things, but now it's just like, it's just a scaling champion, which has completely changed how it used to work. But flashes over the wall.
Flash through. Luckyfield's going to try to find him. Bard's going to take the portal through. He's going to end up with Kog'Maw, but it looks like those grubs are going to go straight over to Mint.
Mint will pick up their first full objective of the game with SepX. Yeah, it was a pretty even draft. I don't think we were too far off at the end there, Romeo. Well, yeah, they pick up their first full objective. This will help them maybe get that first tower. I think the main kind of buff they get from that is Jinx is very good at taking towers in the late game. And if you ever get a chance to get into the enemy base and take a tower or an inhib, you automatically reset, which makes it incredibly harder for a team like SEPX to do something about it. They have a very, very difficult job if Jinx has that advantage. So getting that little bit of extra tower damage will help them out in the long run. But they do have to watch for Drakes because, as Romeo says, if you get Cloud, you win.
Oh yeah, Cloud Soul is the greatest soul in the game. And with it being Ocean next, that Cloud Soul is on the table. Jinx excited plus Cloud Soul OP. Swain excited plus Cloud Soul OP. A Moo Moo running at you, probably less OP, but still cool.
Look, out of all of the Drakes there's ever been, I've never been happy to see Cloud.
Why not? You go so fast. Oh, wait. Loco Poco just chilling there. Is going to be sent straight to the Death Realm. No unstoppable onslaught to go. Amumu waiting for him when he gets out. Loco Poco might be in a very rough spot here. He's going to try to walk to that tower. No flash up. There's going to be the Curse of the Sad Mummy. Takes forever to kill him, but Feats of Warfare going to go over to Mint, and Mint has a strong grasp right now on this early game.
Yeah, and this is one of the things I said, that Loco Poco should have a decent time in that top side and should be able to kind of weather the storm that is Mordekaiser in those later stages, but right now is getting focused. And I did say in Champs like if there's some madness in that top side, we could see a Mordekaiser take over. And with two massive tanks on their side in the Mordekaiser and a Mumu that can heal, as we see maybe a Rift Maker from Mordekaiser later, but as they are healing tanks, it's going to be very hard for them to kill them if Kog'Maw isn't really far ahead. And right now, nothing is happening in the bot side. There's nothing cooking. There's no heat. The microwave isn't even on. It's just scaling and hoping that Mordekaiser won't be that strong in the stage where Kog'Maw does get a chance to hit them.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, Mordekaiser's going to be ulting people out of fights and killing them so fast, coming back with their stats. If team fights break out, it's going to be really hard for Summit to try to find a way to answer that. I mean, like, later in the game, yeah, Kog'Maw will have that skill, and Kog'Maw can probably 1v1 him in the Death Realm, but that's quite a ways off.
Yeah, the Drake is now spawning, so we should see the top laners start to move away from each other in anticipation of moving down towards this, but it looks like the side of MYNT are just giving it, which is a little bit surprising, because I'm one of those people that always says unlock a second win condition, get soul. And I think I've said that to you a couple of times when I was looking over your team stuff. Is like, you can draft team fight, you can draft all the things you want, but you do need to unlock a second win condition, and it is Cloud. Wonderful.
Cloud Soul gonna be on the table. Yeah, right now, I mean, it's hard because Sepex is on their way to Soul, but like you say, like, Cloud Soul is not the best Soul, especially for their team. I feel like Living Artillery is good with it. I mean, Arcane Storm's not bad, but like, I feel like their team is not super great with Cloud Soul, especially you got like Cataclysm and whatnot, which just kind of makes Cloud Soul useless in a way. When you're trying,
likes movement speed though.
Yeah, for Kog'Maw it's good, but for like a Jarvan, a Sion, it's like,
So I can see my camera out of the corner of my eye. My dog just got on the couch and he's now cuddling my hoodie, and I want to hit him. Why do you do this? Why do you look so cute? I know I'm keeping you up late. I'm sorry, buddy.
I mean,
so
we have
sorry.
Dogma right now.
We do have Dogma right now. He's a border collie though, so he's a bit bigger than Kog'Maw.
Kog'Maw versus your dog, who wins?
My dog, 100%. 100%. He's a big boy. He's also like 10 years old, so he's probably a bit limpy. But regardless, yeah, we also have a Mumu invading into the enemy jungle. I do worry now that with that Cloud Soul, I think there is a world where Kog'Maw has enough speed to be able to run around and have some fun, because the artillery is very easy to proc. There is one person I'd love to ask this question to, is Birdie, because Birdie always seems to have the weirdest like Cloud Soul facts ever. Just a weird fact machine, Birdie. But we do see there's a lot of damage onto that Mumu.
Yeah,
but
Arcane Storm going to come up with the Cataclysm's going to be huge right now on bot. However, the healing is insane. Banishot's going to go back in. They're going to find bots, but Ryzina going to follow right after. Now it's Cat Socks versus Drad. BR going to come in from behind. The tower shots are going to go through, and BR is going to find Radika. And just like that, SupX back in this game.
really good work coming through there from the roaming Bard support. BR with the bar in the mid lane and just start auto attacking. Love to see the movement. They've also completed that support quest as well. Yeah, I'm interested to see how the Bard's going to do with that Blood song coming through later on, but Inigo wants to go for this again.
It might just be free here. He does have Unstoppable Onslaught, but Indigo's doing a great job trying to stand in front. The flash forward, but he's going to flash to stop, and it's going to be another kill from Inigo Montoya V3.
Usually when you see a V3 in a name, it means version 1 and 2 got banned. It might just be a European thing. It might be a European thing.
Just upped. He's like Terminator 3, you know, like T3. This is the V3.
Okay, so it's a bit different than an NA then compared to EU.
Yeah, no. The later versions tend to... It's like when you update your iOS, you know? This is iOS 3 for Inigo Montoya.
I've played against a couple of people in like high diamond, like low challenger that are like version 487, so EU might just be a little bit different, but yeah, I have to say that like Inigo Montoya, this was my #1 pick for MVP. Over the course of it, I do think they are just an incredible player, and you're seeing with that little bit of help from Dradica at the start, they are just completely overtaking this lane, and it's going to be very tough. Like Sion's doing great in terms of keeping up in CS, but if we get the goal totals up, I'm almost positive that's like 2k maybe already for that Mordekaiser.
Yeah.
But they are bleeding in other places. There is other gold leads popping up, and lights on the bot side heading over to Kog'Maw.
First
Kog'Maw's in a
turret
good
gonna
position.
Go down. Oh wait, no, I guess second turret. Never mind. Mint took that top turret first. My brain.
We need to
just
get like
shut
a
off there for
Romeo
second.
effed up counter somewhere on the screen.
It would
like
be
times you messed
so
up.
high come game 5.
Over
Oh
one
my
split.
god, Inigo Montoya. Oh god, he's just
You killed my
beating
father.
him again.
No, you will die. Oh, I was hoping for like that bonk, you know?
It's 5-0 up top. That is kind of insane right now. However, Kog'Maw strong, Victor strong, and I'd argue having gold on those two is going to be way more worth than Maokai as we get later, or Mordekaiser as we get later in this game. I don't know why I want to keep calling him Maokai.
Because you're a jungler and you don't believe in top lane. It's an island.
That's
you don't
true.
go there.
I do play more jungle though. It's kind of fun. It's not good anymore, but it's fun.
Okay, jungle is incredible. More jungle is not. I don't want to see that again. If you're going to play AP junglers, just play Lily or Elise.
Yeah, but
Know what I mean?
Elise is.
It requires hands. I don't have those.
Yeah, no, I play Xin Zhao Pantheon. I don't need hands.
No, like a hand. A Jin Zhao player with hands is incredible.
I'm a Xin Zhao player with hand.
Yeah, with the one hand. But Rift Herald will be spawning that mid lane. Bard will do Bard things and stop them from getting the crash in. Well, no one was riding into it, so it wouldn't have done extra damage that we usually see from Rift. It also doesn't have that person in it that's now going to be stuck in there. So they used it well. They didn't overplay with the Rift Herald. They used it just to get themselves the first Cloud Drake, which will help them move around the map just that little bit faster. And a little bit of slow resistance into a team that has actually quite a bit. So overall, not a bad choice. How do you feel about the Eclipse Jarvan build and not that Sundering Sky coming through first?
I love Eclipse Jarvan. My coaches hate Eclipse Jarvan. I think with their team, I don't think the extra damage is that bad considering you got like a Scion Bard paired with it. However, I don't think Eclipse has a lot of great targets this game, to be honest. I probably would have went Sundered and Cleaver here.
Yes.
But I don't think it's necessarily bad, right? Like, it's like, I don't think it's optimal, but it's not bad. It's very, I'm using u.gg right now.
You're using u.gg. Okay, so without me using u.gg and using my brain, I would say Sundering Sky would be better for Jarvan, because even if you don't lock 3 people into your ult, getting in there and getting that immediate little burst of healing from Sundering will keep you alive longer, that you might have a second chance at getting a second combo off. While Eclipse's shield, it's good, but it's not incredible. It's not going to be as useful as you think in those kind of longer skirmishes. Plus, Sundering Sky, you can proc off of multiple people. So I just think that healing is a little bit more important. I do like that the Amumu has strayed away from being that Amumu and going Rylai's, or Leandri's first item. They've realized that we have 2 different AP sources on the team. One does dots, one does burst healing. So it's a smart choice coming through from the Amumu to say, I am the tank, that's all I'm going to do. I like that coming through. I like the Yun Tal coming through from the Jinx first item as well. There's been some people going collectors. I don't think this is the game for any sort of lethality Jinx, even though you might like some of that burst. But Gwynso's first item, Kog'Maw, I think that'll be one where people will change their opinions on things. So some people do prefer to go into Gwynso's second and already have an attack speed item before that, like a Bork or something along those lines.
Yeah, I think low-key, though, I do wish we had a Dark Seal on Amumu. Right now, Myers, though, being beaten up by the Bard. Luckerfield's going to go and take his place. This is the Flag and Drag. Luckerfield trying to jump away, barely going to survive off the back of that heal. Dradika now going to go in. The Super Mega Death Rocket going to miss. Here comes the Unstoppable Onslaught, going to run right through. Swain's going to use the Demonic Ascension, trying to find an angle here. BR taking a lot of damage to the Death Realm, but the Death Realm not going to find the kill. Oh god, Kog'Maw has no mana right now, though. He's trying to do some work, but it's not finding a whole lot. Everyone getting quite low on the side of MYNT. MYNT trying to run away. Catsock's going to find the Flag and Drag. There's going to be Ryzini finding the Swain kill. Myers not able to find a reset. They're going to be forced to back away after all of that. It's still only going to be 1 kill for Setbacks.
Yeah, I also noticed that BR was forced to use the Bard ult in the Mordekaiser ult. So in Brazil, they golden themselves. So that kept them alive. Really, really good work there. Kog'Maw did get a lot of decent work off in that fight, but ran out of mana very quickly. Doesn't quite have that shred that we're looking for. Does have a decent amount of damage, but needs a lot of time to get it off, not having a Bork, which is a little bit surprising into that like 4 tank kind of combo. No Bork into Mordekaiser, Amumu, Swain, Braum. You kind of feel it would be a good first item, but opted away from that one, went for the Gwynsos first. And yeah, it's just they are still a very tanky team, and Jinx not having that IE available or the LDR or the Runins for spread does kind of stop them a little bit from getting that first reset. So there's still a lot of time to scale for both sides, but I think the longer the game goes, Mint will be able to do more. But right now, Doom is just hitting and hitting and hitting, and Luckified now in a lot of trouble.
Be on Luckifield. Here's 4 against 1 right now. There's no escape for Luckifield. He's gonna go down. The kill does go over the bar.
Luckified. There's no L in that name.
You know, we add it because
I'm gonna strangle
he roams
Romeo.
the
I'm
map like it's a
him.
giant field. You know?
Oh god.
It's also because I know someone on Instagram named Luckifield, but
so if I look that up, it's gonna be safe for work, right?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure it will be safe. Don't you even worry. No, it's a cosplayer. It's so chill.
Okay, all right.
They have done lead cosplay too, which is pretty epic. Dragon, 10 seconds away. Luckified going to be back for it. He's going to be a little late. It's going to give Sepex time to take that river control. No mid towers knocked 22 minutes into the game. And we have, of course, Atacon top side of that map right now. Doesn't look like anyone's going to look to trade Dragon for Atacon at the moment. It's kind of hard for Mint to give up Cloud, but also they're having a hard time walking in this pit, and Amumu's backing.
The most important thing about this is that Mint have already connected their lanes together, so you can see a vision line going from that mid tower all the way down as we do have a slight engage coming down onto Loco. As we'll have to wait for a second as we
trying to find anything. Death Realm available if he can find a good target. The Dragon gonna reset here. They were able to find a reset. It's gonna buy them some time. Somebody needs to clear the mid wave if they're gonna walk in. I think it's really hard for them right now to walk in through these little corridors. We're seeing so much damage come through, so much poke happening to Mint right now. And SepX showing they might have lost lane, but they're doing great when it comes to this macro. And it looks like that Cloud Dragon's going to be taken by them for free. Super Mega Death Rocket going to be avoided by Cat Socks. And there's it going to be. They're on Soul Point, 1 Dragon away from retrieving that Cloud Soul.
Yeah, and before the mini attempt at a fight broke out, what I was saying was between where the bot wave was and their mid tower for Sepix, there was a ward line. So there was a pink in the river bush connecting to mid lane. There was where Sion is currently in that banana brush that it used to be called. There was a ward there. There was also a ward in the bush beside red and one in the bot lane. So they had this line of vision. So they knew where everyone was across that line. So they knew in certain areas, there's 3 of them here, there's 2 of them there. We have advantages. As soon as someone crossed over that line, they went, okay, there's 3 there now. They stepped off of the Dragon immediately, let it reset. They have the vision line, even without that mid tower giving them that extra bit of vision. They've connected enough wards together to cover a line for them, and they can read how many are on each side of the line. So anyone that wants to go back, clip it, have a look at it. It would be very good information for supports and junglers when you're doing these things. It was very, very well played there from Sepix. But other than that, we're now onto Atacon, where Romeo has to take over because they should look to fight this, because if they don't, the game could be doomed.
The scariest thing whenever I see Atacon fights in Vanquisher, we always see steals. Every single time without fail, I feel like there's at least either an attempt or a successful steal on it. Right now, we're seeing setbacks. They've gone back. They cleared that mid wave. That top wave's still there. But the fight right now for river dominance, that Scuttle Crab going to be up. I think the biggest problem Setbacks is going to face, though, is Loki Pokey is fighting Inigo Montoya. And every single time, the last 4 times this happened, he has died.
Look at how many magic resist items are in Loco's inventory.
I mean, he's just going to try to clear and survive.
There's 4 magic resist items in a row. So you have the full item, the Mercury Threads, the Negatron Cloak, and the Null Magic Mantle. You have 4 magic resist items in a row.
I mean, that brings up a
Doran
good point,
Shield and a Ruby Crystal.
When it comes to Mint's team, you have Jinx as your AD, and if she falls behind, you have nothing. You have literally No AD damage without that Jinx.
You don't need AD damage though when everything's dying anyway.
Yeah, I mean, to some extent, yes, but as like I feel that gives even more of a reason for us to see that Jarvan go Sundered Sky, Black Cleaver, and then just full tank.
I just like the idea of the Scion building 4 magic resist items, and in his shop he just has magic resist as a tab.
He's just only sitting there. He's like, this game, this is all I'm gonna buy and nothing else. I wouldn't
Trying
mind
to
seeing
make a full
Frozen-
outfit out of just magic resist items. It's like going to the Gucci store and only looking for one color.
I wouldn't mind him trying to build like maybe a Frozen Heart against that Jinx. I think that's like kind of okay. Slow her down a little bit, but other than that, like it's kind of the perfect build. I miss Anathema's chains where you can just put it on their 1 damage source and then like never die.
That was a fun one. Remember old Poppy ult?
I missed that. Yes. Wait, no, I don't actually. What is old Poppy ult?
You used to like ult someone, which put a bar, like a prison around them. They were the only one that could damage you.
Kind of OP, and I love it.
Oh, it was, but the champion was terrible other than that. Like the rest of the kit was awful.
I mean, I feel their new ult too is just really good at just taking anyone out of fight.
Oh, Poppy's an incredible champion.
I wonder if we see a Poppy today. I wouldn't mind. I feel like Poppy's also a jungler I've been seeing a lot. I feel like into this Jarvan pick, it could have been good if they didn't already have the Amumu select. I think the Amumu's cracked right now. It looks like that Atacon's been started. Amumu gonna flash because they don't have vision on what the health is. He flashed in at 6k, able to push them up. They're in a Q spot. Oh, Curse of the Sad Mummy gonna land too. Doesn't find Ryzini, but they get the shutdown on Bard. Jinx is now excited. Ryzini gonna be able to find Swain, but Jinx still excited. Jinx goes down to Kog'Maw though. Ryzini gonna be the last damage deal, but inside of that Death Realm, nothing good is gonna happen from there. He's doing a ton of damage. Is he gonna find the stun? The stun gonna be found. Can he finish the job off? Oh my god, they find Inigo Montoya. Ryzini's still alive. He's gonna find Luckafield as well. Wow. Ryzini just lifted his team on his back.
Yeah, I have so many ADC things that we need to talk about, but that was a massive, massive win for the side of Sepix. That actually changes, I think, a lot more than we would think, because they get shutdowns from the Mordekaiser. They stop the Atakan in his tracks, but it's the Jinx getting the reset and flashing onto the Kog'Maw that scares me more than anything else. So they get it to about 6.5 here, and then as soon as the fight starts, Swain is in ult. They need to stop that Swain, but they're just doing nothing to it, so it buys a lot of time. Doom gets caught in a great position here, but manages to flash out of this one. But look at the reset coming from Jinx. Jinx flashes over the wall, still in rocket form, changed to minigun, and yeah, it was really unlucky here that Ryzini doesn't go down. Does go into the Zhonya's, the rest of their team flashes forward to come in to save them. Great work there from Loco to keep Victor alive, and from that point on, Luckified doesn't have a chance. So the split in that fight was incredible, and if Jinx was just in minigun form, maybe Kog'Maw went down just a little bit quicker, but it does spell disaster as we're back onto this Drake. That was a great Bard ult.
Huge Temper Fate. Takes out both the damage dealers. Jarvan gonna go in to follow up. The Scion knockup's gonna follow up as well. Swain and Jinx gonna go down. Dradika trying to run for his life, but his whole team's dead. He has Kog'Maw on him, and just like that, SepX has done what they do best. They find the advantages, maybe not through the micro, but their macro this season has been so good. And right here, right now, they're gonna claim that Cloud Soul. And I feel like they're just doing everything right in fights in this last 3 minutes, especially Ryzini. And in that case, that Tempered Fate, BR's Tempered Fate there, just won them a fight.
Oh, just give BR the whole chip. All 5 of the chips. All 5 of them. Just give him a whole handful. Give him a knuckle duster worth of chips. That was like disgusting levels of perfection. Like the ult straight into the stun, both carries, and it's just like everyone die. Done. It's cooked.
They get everything. They get Soul, they get Baron. I don't think we're going to see them stick around for Atacon. I think that would be a little bit int. But they get Baron, they get Soul. They're going to take a nice little back here. And they're just running this game now. We see almost a 10,000 gold gap. It's at about 9k right now. Off 2 fights when it was so even before that, all because of a little bit of a rough Jinx flash. And let's face it, Ryzini and BR, 2 perfect plays back to back. Ryzini from that going golden right on top of the stun, and just finding the outplay on Mordekaiser, and then Tempered Fate. Like, that is a fate that if we see like a top 5 plays of this week is going in it. There's no way it doesn't.
Yeah, that's a TikTok highlight reel for sure for BR and for Ryzini. But Look, it looks like Atakan will go over, but look at the damage that's going to be done to the rest of their towers. As you see Kog'Maw and Bard barreling down mid lane. Sion is on that bot tower. They do pick up the Atakan. They do get that big buff worth of XP, and they will get that splash damage on a kill. But the question is, can they get the kill? Can they get that into effect? And right now, they are bleeding gold. And that is big.
Is Atakan worth 3 towers?
If they win, yes. If they lose, no.
Fair. 4 towers, sorry. Is Atakan worth 4 towers? That's the question we're finding out. And maybe it is. You're right. They have the extra splash damage on kills, and you have a Jinx. But it just feels hard. I know if you lose it, Sepex gets it there. But Cursed Sad Mummy going to go through under turret. The TP going to come through. Demonic Ascension going to get stunned right away. Is dropping quick. Is able to find his way back into it. But so much damage from Ryzini. So much. And 3 members going to go down. Mordekaiser trying to be the final boss. But he just... Oh, maybe he is strong enough. He does find Kog'Maw, but no. Unfortunately, the 4v1 isn't going to help. Radika going to fall, and that's going to be the game. Sepex was able to turn an even game state into just a winning one so quickly in this match. Blink and you miss it, and they're up 10,000 gold and able to find game 1 of this best-of-5 series.
Remember in Champs Select we were talking about like the 50-50 draft thing, and I said that Sepex has better answers to MYNT.
Yes.
That was the Bard ult. That's why I said it on pick 4, that Bard is really, really good here for them, because it stops the Swain Jinx, the Braum. Braum can't stop Bard from being Bard. That's why I was kind of like Bard would be a really, really good pick. It would really set up Summit Esports Phoenix to play the way they want to play. And we saw it in really good effect there in one fight at least that will reverberate through people's memory, is that Bard hits the ult, gets the stun, everything dies. It's a very, very easy setup. But more importantly, we're in a best of 5. Heads can't go down now. You got to keep the morale up. They got to think Ryzini's main champion is gone. Things like that. Little things to be said, like they're not going to be as strong next game. They don't have their Victor. BR won't have their Bard. Little things like that. Obviously, we don't know how high the priority for each team, each of their picks is. But I don't expect Kog'Maw to be something that is played a lot on either end right now. It's kind of just resurged into the meta, so I think we should see a lot more coming out from the bot laners with Jinx and Kog'Maw gone. Maybe some more bullying, less scaling going on, but I'm excited to see where it's going to go. Summit Esports is starting it off really well.
Yeah, it's a huge win for them, but we are going to go ahead and go to a quick break before we come back with Draft 2 of this Best of 5 series. If you want to see who advances to the next round, don't go anywhere. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting right into draft for game 2. They're about to start game, so we are going to burn through this draft like there's no tomorrow. Of course, last game, Summit Esports was able to find themselves a game 1 victory. They're now taking the blue side. Senator, what's your take on sides, by the way? I feel like there's a lot of different teams that are like, I prefer blue, I prefer red. What's your take on side selection?
I think when it comes to Fearless, the quicker you can get blue side picks for priority is more important. Now, that's just my own thing. I don't believe counter picks really exist when you can call your jungler. It's such a strange kind of thing. I can, like, when I'm thinking of a game, it's just like, oh, I have such a bad match up top. I'll just call my jungler and be like, hey, bro, come smash this guy's face in. Like, counters only matter if you're not 600 gold ahead. Like, it's very small things like that. So I always prefer blue side. I like those prio picks. I like the meta where I can pick something that's just broken. Like, just pick Mel. Like, Mel is one of those champions that is absolutely busted in every single mid laner. And I know you're in the chat, and I know you're going to say this. If you're a mid laner, do you ban Mel? Yes. Yes, you do. You hate it. Everyone hates Mel. And if you play Mel, you're a horrible person. But it is one of those picks that is so important. And see, like, that's a priority pick straight off the bat for them. Pantheon. It's wonderful.
Do we see a Xin follow-up? I know last time Xin was banned. Now I think it's the Smolder, no, the Volibear ban that's switched up here. We're gonna see a Jin come out. Jin ADC. I feel like, is Jin a prio pick right now?
Is when you want to get through the ADCs that don't need to interact till late. Jin has his timepiece where he can sit back. Now the Gwen's an interesting one because it's flexible. So it could be jungle or top, but picking it this early means you're probably going to head into the jungle with it, which means you're playing a hyper farming jungler. They're going to open up with a rumble, which isn't probably a good pick right here. I don't enjoy that unless they pick something with like heavy CC and mid that can help set it up.
It also could be a flex to run rumble mid. I have seen that happen quite a few times, depending on what the matchup is.
I think you're crazy.
Ezreal
Rumble doesn't work into Gwen later on because you are spell immune. So if you launch a long range red carpet, Gwen won't get hit by it.
That's
Poppy...
fair.
Oh, this draft.
That's got to be Poppy jungle, right? That's got to be Poppy jungle and Gwen top.
I don't think so. I think
No?
if you're taking the Pantheon Rumble that early, you're taking the Gwen into the Pantheon because that was your first rotation in. So that would be Gwen jungle, which means it's Poppy top or support. But Poppy doesn't work into Ezreal, which probably puts Poppy top. And the fact that we're having 2 Alistar bans, I'm guessing that one of those is wrong. But they're banning the Mel, which means they still have a mid laner to pick. So Gwen is not mid, so it has to be jungle. So if they're banning that, they... Orianna doesn't work here.
Draft.
You need something that can all in, something that can just go in and blow something up.
Malphite sucks in the rumble. Seraphine
Support.
So that is either. I feel like it is a Gwen top. I feel like Gwen's fine in a rumble, right?
100%. Poppy top. There's no way you pick Gwen into Pantheon without it being jungle. Like, you know that's jungle. Syndra's good though. I like the Syndra. A lot of AP damage though.
Yeah, well, I mean, they also have a lot of AD. I think right now they need like a nice engage button is what I want to see out of setbacks. And there it is. The Maokai going to come out. I feel like that's a nice rounded pick. You get the tanky stats, you get the engage of the Maokai. I like that pick a lot. How do we... Ezreal Maokai's a fine bot lane, too. I feel like Maokai's able to roam if he needs to. And, I mean, a Jhin lane, you're probably fine as Ezreal. Diana gonna come out here from MYNT.
I don't think... I think MYNT have overcooked their draft a little bit. Yeah, it is the Poppy top. Okay. I think they've overcooked their draft just a little bit. They have way too much AP for just the Jhin. Jhin can sit back, which makes it slightly okay, but it's like there's still a Rumble, there's still a Pantheon, there's still a Maokai ult, still opportunities for them to get to that back line and at least do damage to it. Syndra's going to be able to blow up one of those targets. I feel like MYNT have... I feel like they still need to dominate a lane. I feel like it's going to be very similar to last game for MYNT, while Sepex, they have a lot of agency in solo lanes. Rumble can do a lot in the top side. Syndra can do a lot in the mid. Ezreal can do a lot of work into a Seraphine because they have the Maokai. So I think it's actually quite easy here for Sepex to maybe pick up their second victory here, or for MYNT to get something from this. It all feels a little bit
wow.
strange.
We're running straight down bot, gonna try to find something again. Sepek's looking to take revenge for what MYNT did to them last game. And yeah, no, I agree, it's strange. I mean, we've seen this again from them last game where it was pretty much the 180 damage threat in Jinx, and if they get behind, it's rough. But I feel like you're not getting a lot of consistent damage out of Jhin. I'm not sure what their identity is as a team right now in terms of like this draft. Because I feel like Jhin, you're looking for either like a strong target to take out or a good pick. But I'm not really seeing that from, I mean, I guess with Seraphine Poppy you can, but like Gwen, I don't know. What would you say MYNT's identity is this game?
Speed and surprise. And then Jhin
Speed
to do
and
the rest.
surprise.
Yeah, it's just pretty much like Diana, Gwen moving around the map together, with Seraphine being able to maybe set them up for a fight. Like if you get a Seraphine ult layered with a Diana ult and Gwen in the mix, with Jhin just firing shots, it's a
we're gonna see a fight right away for blue buff. I think this favors the Pantheon Rumble almost certainly. This seems like a little bit of an overplay from MYNT. They're gonna go bring it down to the Smite battle, and that Smite battle is probably going to determine who wins the fight. We're almost at 600 HP. Who's gonna get it? It is gonna go over to the Pantheon. The W stun is gonna come out. Dradika is screwed, and it's gonna be a first blood. But it's not even just the death that matters as much. It is gonna be setting Dradika so far back in tempo against Cat Socks.
Pantheon is one of the junglers that has risen as a jungler because they have that Q smite. They have that immediate burst that we only see with champions like Nunu, Cho'Gath. They have that press a button plus smite, and you can time it to do all the damage at once. Pantheon really risen up the ranks when people figured out that Q combo. So why, as a Gwen, when you don't have anything like that and you usually take your dash first on Gwen, are you trying to contest a Pantheon when you know he's going to take his Q? It just feels like his Comet Spear against Gwen's slash skip thing. I think it's slash and skip. It's just not good. It's just not a good idea.
It's also one of those things where you have the ward on the red buff, you have the ward on the buff. Why show before he does? Oh god, there's gonna be a twisted grasp going forward. BR gonna lose so much health. Myers ignited. Doom going to try to find Myers here. BR able to get out of there, but can Ezreal finish the job? He can't. Myers with that fourth shot is going to find Doom, and Sepek's gonna lose all sums in the bot lane for a failed play.
Yeah, a little bit too much coming out from BR there on the Maokai, taking a little bit too much poke in those early stages. But there is still that big underlying question of Ezreal does have to get a tier. It's just a sad little start. They're going to be set really far back by that. Myers might have enough for double longsword. I don't think they'll have enough for a pickaxe. I'm not exactly sure how much they're going to have. They should go Yumu's first item here. Yeah, it's a double longsword and maybe a pot. Yeah.
Wow, just call it. And a control ward. You missed the control ward. Other than that, you were perfect.
I don't think ADCs should buy control wards ever.
No.
I just don't think they should do. I just think it's a waste of money.
I've always been told you put it in like a safe bush and never buy one again.
What's a safe bush? Your blue bush?
Yeah. Well, not maybe. I mean, your blue bush gets taken more. Even like a just defensive jungle ward, maybe. Like basically where he just put it. I feel like that ward's not even taken for the next 15 minutes.
You're a role that's put behind immediately by you're sharing XP and you have really expensive items. 75 gold could be the difference between a BF sword and not getting a BF sword. Like it's little things like that. So I just don't believe ADCs should buy them. Like your support has 3 of them for free and they can buy a pink. They got it sorted. Don't worry about it. But that's personal preference. I'll get flamed in the chat by supports and ADCs. Like, yeah, he's right. Like that's how it goes. But yeah, it's a decent start for MYNT in the bot side. They will get some from this, but we can already see that there is a massive CS lead growing as Ezreal is very comfortable right now. But Dradika is in the bot side.
Yeah, Dradika trying to find something on BR. It looks like they've really been playing on that Maokai, but Doom gonna be doing so much damage. That Arcane Shift Essence Flux combo is kind of crazy. I think it's interesting though, because last game I felt like a lot of teams were both these teams were playing everything really well. I remember the start of this game was the complete opposite, where both teams just capitalized on a lot of misplays, and then Doom went and did that. I'm like, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I didn't know Doom spoke Mandarin. Like that is just a little bit wild.
Oh, BR gonna get caught up under that tower though. He's gonna go in for that twist advance, but nothing gonna be found. Ryzini going to be there a little late as well. He does hit level 6, and he's just going to find Radika. That late start putting him at level 3. So easy for the Unleashed Power to come out. And that's a big kill on Syndra early. We're currently 1 kill away from a team finding that feat of warfare, and Nigo Montoya are going to try to look to get it. Isn't going to be able to get it just yet. There's a good chance it comes from this top lane.
There's a very good chance. I do want to point out, though, the difference in stacks on the eggs on both junglers right now. As it's 25
Equalizer?
to 24.
Oh, wow. Yeah, oh, God. Pantheon's going to have that upgraded smite so fast. He's taking Dragon right now, too. Dradika, the farming jungler, level 3. Cat Sox is going to hit level 6 while he's level 4. It is an insane gap right now in this jungle. 49 CS to 20, 6 minutes into the game.
Yeah, it is all in favor of Cat Sox. They're going to be
I want to see invades.
They did invade on the top side and got a couple of camps from that after that disastrous level 1 from Dradika. Even though MYNT are heavily winning on the pro comps right now. I'm not sure what's actually leading MYNT into that heavy win. I'm going to think it's along the lines of the Poppy and Gwen, as they're very competitively heavy numbers. But I don't see it being that one-sided. I think it's maybe MYNT 52%, because I just think Gwen does have that late game insurance.
I mean, it's weird to me that
annoys me. It's that high, you know what I mean? It's just like,
no, I agree with you. Because I also don't like. I love playing scaling junglers. I don't think they're good right now. I feel like the early game is so important right now, and like having junglers that can rotate around the map and like find stuns, find picks, get damage off, help their laners get ahead right now are really important. And to lose so much of your time as a scaling jungler, I find is really hard. Like maybe if it's a really slow game with 2 scaling ADCs, that's super useful. And like this game does have those 2 scaling ADCs and like nice scaling mid for the set of Step X. But I just feel like you get so much from picking up Pantheon or a Xin Zhao or a Wukong or a Maokai, something like that. I feel like some of the advantage you're right is from the Poppy, especially when they have a Pantheon and Maokai that can both get knocked up from that W. But other than that, I feel like that is a disgusting gap that we're not going to see. And maybe that's just because of the rough level 1 in there.
Yeah, there is always that possibility, yeah, and there also was mistakes made in the early game to help change that in their favor, but I do also think that them moving the lanes around right now is actually really smart coming from Sepix. They're setting themselves up nicely to get those grubs and stop Gwen from getting any advantage, and Gwen is predominantly, I'd say, a purple side jungler. Yeah, I do like the idea of them moving the lanes around. The only issue is Rumble needs to stay safe and needs to be able to weather the storm of that Jhin Seraphine, because they are heavy poke long range routes, which we are now seeing straight into effect. And yep, being able to stay away from it so far, I don't think Seraphine was ready for that Jhin route to come true. So we'll see how Loco does with that.
Wow.
But on the top side, the tree and the King of the Skies decided to just bonky Yordle.
They bumped her on her way back to lane. Ezreal poked her out, and they catch her on her way back. That is going to feel so rough for Poppy when Rumble gets back to lane. Rumble's going to have almost that level. Oh, wow. They even hit the Ezreal ult. That's beautiful.
Yeah, really, really well played there. Good call from them there to set themselves up for that. To say Poppy's low, she's walking back, go kill her. Like, it's just good information, good communication, and Doom having a great time here, just hitting away at the tower, scaling, Sheen in hand, tier stacking, Ezreal in all those 0-1 and 2 assists. This is where Ezreal likes to be, safe in his side lane, able to just continue farming, stacking up those tiers, and getting plates as they do it, while Rumble in the bot side is still keeping up decently well with Inigo Montoya, and I am a little bit cautious of that Mercury Tread first item. How do you feel about rushing into those instead of going maybe for Swifties or something that can help you move around a little bit more?
I don't know if Inigo Montoya needs Swifties. I don't mind having the Mercury Treads. I'm trying to decide if there's enough CC to really warrant it that hard. I don't know. Do we prefer the Merc Treads over trying to build an item right now? Probably, definitely. I'd like maybe just regular boots I would have preferred, but yeah, no, I don't like the Mercury treads at all. Bots, though, going to be caught up immediately. I'm shocked we're seeing a kill there. I'm here yapping on, not expecting it. The snip going to come through, though. There's going to be the encore. Is it going to be a return kill? There's going to be the twisted advance forward. He tries to stop the shutdown, but Gwen's still going to be able to find it. And BR going to be the next to fall. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. And just like that, Jadrika might have just found their way back into this.
Yeah, it's a lifeline. It's a light in the tunnel. It's an opportunity. They still have a lot to do, but shutdown also going over, I believe, as well for a goal total. So that will bring them back into the game. There is still a sizable CS difference. There is still a difference in objectives as Loco.
Oh, bye-bye. Keeper's verdict goes crazy, saves their life.
Yeah, but they're out of lane. They won't be able to catch this next wave, and they should be able to shove this all the way in and burn Poppy's TP with now Drake spawning. Rumble should be able to TP to it, although without ult. But Poppy won't be able to get to it as...
Oh, Doom just gonna jump right in and find Luckified. Immediately, a kill going over to Ezreal. We see a lot of kills right now on setbacks on the right targets, but same with MYNT. They have their Gwen and Jhin kills. Both teams this game have kills on just the right people, and it's lovely to see. However, Myers stuck under that turret. The dive going to come through. Catsock's going to go in right away. Myers going to be pieced up real quick. Catsock's tanking the turret for his team, and it's a free kill again over to that Ezreal.
Yeah, Doom getting the, oh, you're a scaler, let's hyperscale that treatment right now, as Ezreal will be speaking Mandarin this game, and it all comes down to bots, Maven, and Dralica to get onto that Ezreal. Bit of a tough one to call, though, when you have to get through the Maokai and through that Pantheon. So, tough game for them so far. MYNT, they do have a couple of kills under their belt, and they do have some things that work in their favor in terms of scaling, but there's a Syndra, there's an Ezreal, and there's a lot of tanks and long-range damage to follow that up. So, it's looking like Sepix have a much better answer this time around for everything. Same as last game.
Big stuns going out on Doom. Jhin going to be following up. Maokai all the way in their blue side. He's trying to run there in time. He is looking like...
He makes it.
Is he going to find the twisted advance? Oh! There's the encore. He's going to land on both. It's not going to do a whole lot. Meanwhile, Unleashed Power going to go out on bot. Here comes Radika to try to follow up. The snip going to land. Oh, God. Rosini nowhere. Is he going to be able to get out? Flash is way too late. That was such a late flash. It's another shutdown for Radika. And now we're going to go into a pause. But Gwen right back in this game now.
Don't flash in straight lines. It's like rule 1 of flashing. Don't flash in a straight line. But unfortunately, Rosini, it does flash in a straight line, and Gwen's just gets to skip straight through them. The needlework will take them down, and it gives Stradica another way back into this game, but there is still a sizable difference in that smite. So coming up to the next objective, we should see Pantheon fully ready for it. Has that upgraded smite. We might see Dralica maybe 1 or 2 stacks away from it, as they're still only getting 1 stack per camp. They haven't got that bonus minute and a half, I believe it is, on each one.
Oh, here's going to be the twisted advance. It's going to find Seraphine. Seraphine trying to get a lot of damage. BR probably going to fall in this fight, but he's doing what he can. There's the twisted advance. Knocks Myers the wrong way, but he is going to go for the run here. Doom fighting himself in a similar spot that he did early game, but he does find the kill this time on Myers, and beautiful backstops from BR there. BR is such an incredible support when we get to these mid-game stages. I find past 15 minutes, that guy, his tier in the support goes up so high.
Yeah, the longer the game goes, the more BR makes plays that actually work. The earlier they don't work as well. BR playing very risky. They're using the passive from Maokai to sap magic to get their health back once they actually landed onto Myers there. So yeah, it's threading the needle when it comes to plays, but it's working for the moment. BR now moving up towards that top side, going to help clear out some of that vision. We do see that it's 2 stacks left on the Pantheon for our upgraded smite, with that Rift Herald just about to come up, while on the other side Dralica still has to clear at least 5 more camps, I think it's going to be, because they don't have that minute and a half stack. So there's still a lot more we need from Dralica to be able to contest these objectives, while Pantheon's going to be very comfortable. Doom is going to get some damage there. That's not... yeah, things happen.
Yep, Inigo Montoya, though, and Loco Poco going to be going for a fight here. We do see Catsock. He's going to proxy that wave, prepare for a tower dive if they want to take it. There's no jungler near the area. It is Diana and Gwen mid. They're going to be looking for Ryzini here. Ryzini burnt his flash earlier, and it looks like he has nowhere to go. Is going to go down to that needlework. And immediately they're going to be able to want to find that kill. Poppy going to be forced to go back up a bit. They're coming back now, but their tower's already going to fall. It's a bit too late for them to do it. I think Pantheon's already started that Rift Herald as well. We do see an invade from Gwen. They're going to find that red buff, but that's going to be about it with the kill. It's not a horrible trade. Oh, wait. Encore, Doom. Great arcane shift. Great arcane shift to keep yourself safe. But now, the dive's coming. He needs to leave. He needs to go back to his tier 3 tower now. Oh, God. It's already too late. Doom is screwed. He's going to fight the best he can. There's the TP. Oh, he goes over the wall just to find bots. That's so sad. He at least knew not to burn the flash. But that's so sad for him. Shutdown, too, over to Jhin.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate. Shutdown does go to the premier target there. Myers does pick that one up, and Jhin is useful. But with that movement down towards that bot Rift Herald will be spawning that mid lane. They will be able to crash this one into that mid tower, which we saw in game 1. It took them a very long time to break those towers. They are going to attempt to drift this Rift Herald down towards bot as well. So they're looking for everything.
Did he find it? Jhin going to be able to find Loco Poco here. They missed the Rift crash, but Ryzini does find Luckified. Now Inigo Montoya going to knock up Catsock. Catsock's forced to flash away. They find the T1 in the bot lane. Diana coming back through. Dradika taking a lot of CS, taking a lot of damage. Can Ryzini find the finish off? He isn't yet. Now he's going to get slammed into that wall by Inigo Montoya. The W from across the map. Jhin going to find Ryzini. And it is such an even game here in this game too, ladies and gentlemen.
It is closer for sure, but there is still those numbers we can see at the top are a little bit skewed in favor of Sepix. Ignore the gold. Look at the numbers beside it. 3 outer towers now taken compared to 0. They have those grubs, so the next set is going to be even easier to take. They also use that Rift Herald to open those up. And they have 2 Drakes, so although the gold is even and there's 1 kill in the favor of MYNT, they have control of the map. They have the upgraded boots. They have everything they need to set themselves up to unlock more win conditions. And at the moment, yes, Stradica is doing an incredible job of getting back into this game after an absolutely disastrous start. But Doom, nearly on their second item, looking towards completing that Muramana. They will start to hit absolute nukes when they're landing those mystic shots. But
oh, they're trying to find Radika. There's going to be Catsock completely stunned by 4 of them. The team trying to make up some extra damage. Catsock surviving forever. They're able to get a little bit of damage off Radika, but they are going to fall right as this dragon spawns. And it's going to be very hard for Sepax to keep control of this river until he spawns. 25 seconds is the timer on Catsock. And with that kill, immediately that Cloud Drake going to go over to MYNT.
Yeah, it should go over, but it looks like they want to fight this one now. It looks like BR is feeling confident they're walking into this one, even though they don't have vision. And BR plays have been made in this position before. It's not quite the Bard, but it might just be the Maokai.
Can he find it? 4v5 is not something we love to see here. We are going to see the stuns come out. A lot of damage on the Luckified immediately. Oh my god, BR steals it! He steals it with no smite! How do you do that? Radika is going to find... Oh, wow. Wait. Oh, God. I didn't even notice that. Okay, good job, BR. BR able to find it, but it's not an upgraded smite. It's just a regular little smite boy there. BR finds it. Bots. They find it for 1? It's just Ryzini goes down? Radika smited too early. Brought it to 96. Oh, my God. That... for Sepex is huge. They're now on Soul Point. They're 1 dragon off Cloud Soul. Brittany, in the chat, tell us your favorite thing about Cloud Soul real quick. This is crazy. Just what?
Is it just a Bramble Q on it as well, right?
Yeah. No, he doesn't even hit the Q. It was an auto attack. The Q came after.
Yeah,
it looks
just
like
a little bit crazy. I think it was a combo of the Bramble plus Smite. It's the same as the Pantheon Q Smite. Just with a lot less power, as we do see an unfortunate curtain call coming out from the Jhin as well. And yeah, they only lose 1 to pick up their 3rd Drake of the game, which oh, Pantheon's bot.
Oh, Grand Stallfall are going to come down. Catsock's going to use that empowered E. He jumps on bot. Can he find the kill? I mean, bots just knows they're dead. They're trying to find a kill back in return, but they are not going to find it. The Moonfall is not going to be enough. Starfall over Moonfall every day of the week.
Yeah, this is going to be a It's a macro versus micro style game. Like, yes, they're getting kills, Mint, and they have a kill advantage, and Stradica and Myers are doing very, very well, but it's just like they're one away from Soul. We're 20 minutes into the game. We're going to see a 25-minute Soul if they can pick up the next one. Atakan has now spawned, and the way it's been going so far, they've been picking up everything. It just seems like they're in the right place at the right time, picking up the right things, and sometimes luck, sometimes other things. But right now, Montoya.
Inigo Montoya going to use that Keeper's Verdict. He was caught a little bit out. The Twisted Advance going to go forward, but the Encore is going to find everyone that they need to. Doom going to go down. BR going to go down. Catsox and Ryzini going to be forced to pull out of this. Ryzini trying to find an angle, but if he stays, oh god. Here comes Jin. The curtain call is coming out. Can he find that fourth shot? Catsox trying to peel. He is able to peel. They're going to push Inigo Montoya back. Inigo Montoya is able to find Ryzini. Anyways, Ryzini a little bit... He wanted to stay so bad, and it got him killed.
It did get him killed, and although Rumble never joined that fight, they did burn their ult in the top side, attempting to stop the Diana. So there seems to be some fighting going on the top side, but Atakan does go over to MYNT, so they've missed every other objective, but they do pick themselves up a major objective, which might just might bring them back into this one. I just feel like Sepix maybe slipped up a little bit with how deep they went in there. There was so much vision available to them, and to be honest, it was a great movement there from Inigo Montoya to move through the jungle, set themselves up, landed onto Doom, a very, very important target for them to stun into a wall, and from that point it was very easy for Luckified to set up the rest of that with that Encore. So great bit of movement, they get a lot from that, but BR right now is attempting to do the same, but flanking's a little bit more difficult when none of your team are there, BR.
BR gonna be spotted out in that bush. He is able to drop a control ward. We do see Baron spawning in 3 minutes. Potential Cloud Soul in a minute and a half. It is spawning. You know Sepx wants to get ready for it. Luckified and Myers gonna be in that red side. Dradika and Inigo Montoya on the top side. Maybe trying to look at the Rumble. Probably not gonna find anything. TP's up on everyone who's got one. All the summoners are gonna be up for this fight. This dragon fight is huge.
Yeah, this is a spell disaster kind of play, whoever makes that mistake in these fights, but right now it is just clear vision, set up your lanes, make sure not to get caught, and right now it is going to be BR and Luckified pretty much doing the support battle of who can ward more efficiently and kill more wards off of one sweeper. So there is going to be a lot of that going back and forth, as Loco could be in a little bit of trouble, is overheated now, but no dive going to come out, no crazy poppy play.
He was looking for something, but wasn't going to find it. He is going to be the first to start rotating the dragon, it looks like. We're going to see a back from Loco Poco towards that. Of course, with those towers down, it's so easy right now for Sepx to have control of this map. They have that line of vision. It's just looking so clean with MYNT having no towers taken. It looks like Loco Poco and Aniga, though, they're still going to be fighting it out. Neither of them have TP'd over. Neither of them have started walking over. I'm kind of a bigger fan of having my top laners show up first, but right now, both these guys, they're just staying in that top lane. I think that top turret will probably fall because of Inigo, but... Oh, the fight's going to break out. Dradika going to be caught really quick in the TP, trying to go from Poppy. Encore going to go out to Charms too, but Dradika already fallen. There's the True Shot Barrage. It is going to find the curtain calling Jin. Oh, Bot's not going to be able to do much. The Keeper Verdict's Pantheon out of the fight, but Bots is already dead, and they're just going in one by one. Why are we going in one by one, MYNT? This is not what you do when you want a dragon.
Yeah, that one kind of sucked, gonna be honest. That was just it was really, really good work by Ryzini. A lot of damage coming through, set themselves up, set with a double kill, and from there Doom got to get the rest of the poke off, and it was just a little bit messy overall. That will be Soul going over to the side of Sepx. They've now completed the dragon run. They've got all 4. They have gotten every single minor objective available to them. The only thing they're missing is their majors, which is Atakan, but I think Soul makes up for that.
Yeah, no, I mean, it definitely does. We have Baron coming up in 35 seconds. And just what else makes up for that is the fact they are the only team with towers. Catsox is going to find Myers. Myers fails to flash through the wall. Goodbye, Myers. The 7-3-2 Jin going to get caught out right before Baron. You can't be walking alone as a Jin.
No, you cannot. And that is curtains called for Jin for the next 30 seconds, which means that this Baron is coming up in the next 10 seconds. They will have a very, very good chance of taking this one. they should be able to move someone down that has TP into the bot side, set themselves up nicely, get nice deep vision, and there's going to be no ADC for this fight, which is also at the moment their strongest member, as Jin will do a lot of damage, but Loco.
Can they find Loco Poco? This could be huge. The needlework going to go through. Loco Poco going to die immediately. And now we have a fight on our hands. Jin's going to spawn at that Baron timer. And we see them rotating up 40 seconds on Rumble. And just like that, Dradika and Inigo Montoya turn this Baron from a losing one to a potentially winning one. However, they're going to be caught by the Twisted Advance. TP going to come forward. There he's going to go. The Nature's Grasp is able to find Dradika as well. Razzini going to shove him forward. The Unleashed Power going to go in just like that. A table turn again. Setbacks find their jungler. Setbacks looking for their top laner as well. Doom is on top of him. He is going to be able to get away, but no jungler means no Baron. Unless you're Setbacks and Unsealed Cellbook.
Let's use ult.
Oh, God. There's so little MYNT can do.
Immediately.
BR, the GOAT for that. Curtain Call going to come through. They're going to try to steal Baron, but it's still 10,000 HP. Trying to do some damage to knock them off, and they do find some. Dradika spawning in 15 seconds. Why are we not committing to Baron?
Too much vision on it, and I don't think they actually need to force it right now. I still think they're in a comfortable position that they don't need it. They can siege without it. With Dradika down, they should be able to maybe get a tower off this, but they also want to just get their map control back. All the side lanes are pushing. If they did lose Baron, it's a very quick, if they haven't timed it, TP coming through from the Poppy, losing side towers, maybe an inhib. The entire game could fall apart very quickly if you don't control your side lanes. So saying, hold on, we don't have any pushes anywhere. We'll see if we can catch them. We've burned the Jhin ult, we've burned the Diana ult. Their jungler's still dead. We'll make a play on mid and send our side laners to our sides, reset the map. We've done enough. And sometimes that is the better choice. I know everyone goes, Baron, you can win the game, but you could also lose it if something goes wrong. And we've seen enough steals today to know it can.
That is a good point. As much as I'm a just rush Baron while you can guy, I like to do everything way too fast, which is why I'm not in Vanquisher.
True.
We have the back to me out, like you just said. We're getting items on the table. More items on the table, I should say. We have Ezreal now at 3 items. Pantheon, 3.5. Syndra at their 3rd item. They're going to be able to go golden quite often. The only one who's kind of a little bit behind right now is that Rumble. I mean, comparatively with Poppy, they're not, but like behind the rest of their team. We see a lot of kills on that Pantheon, a lot of kills on that Syndra, a lot of kills on Ezreal, a lot of kills on Jhin, and a lot of kills on Gwen. These are the 5 you're looking out for in fights, plus support ults. Support ults are always going to be important, but the shield vault on a Dradika, and Dradika on the verge of getting picked. It is going to be that true shot barrage that is going to find the kill, and now Baron going to be started up. It's another pick onto Dradika, and Dradika's late game here has just been very hard for MYNT. BR going to try to find something. Keeper's Verdict. Is it going to go anywhere? The hammer's spinning. Hammer spinning. Goodbye, Syndra. It's a 4v4. Encore going to be shut out, but it misses everyone. Curtain Call going to come out as well. BR trying to stay on top of it. Bot's going to try to use that Moonfall, but is he going to be able to find anything? Diana goes down. And on top of Myers, they go as well. Myers going to go down. That's 3 down right now for MYNT. Pushes starting in the waves. Baron going to be started up. It is hard for Sepex to find a way to lose this match at this point.
Yeah, Sepic's in a really, really good position here, and just Doom has been taking over. And just, yeah, we're not seeing enough coming out of this Gwen. It just seems to be getting caught over and over again. And yeah, it's a very difficult game for Dradika. Straight from the start, bad death, into very, very slow clear times for a fast clearing jungler. So yeah, it's just been very, very difficult for them. I am a little bit worried that this will be a game that will stick in their minds, is that like we've let so many things slip and maybe we're overplaying these situations. So I'd like to see MYNT maybe make 1 or 2 big plays here, attempt to just get their team fighting down to the point where it's a wallet diff, it's not how we played it diff, and just try to build up a little bit of that morale. But right now, it's just
Cat's going to jump in. There's the shield vault. Luckified is going to have to run here as Doom is going to find. Once again, Dradika goes down first. Inigo going to follow, and Luckified not able to run very far as they have BR right on top of them. It is going to be another death going over to Ryzini with a double kill. Elder Drake spawning in 28 seconds, but they might not even need it. Only Jhin and Diana up for MYNT in this game too. Sepex ready to go up 2-0. they're a few minutes away from being able to find the closure of this game unless MYNT can find something drastic to keep them alive.
Yep. There is that 10-second kind of information, like, wise 10 seconds is a decent amount of time for them to get something done, but it's not going to be enough as boss just immediately gets caught. That's just going to be absolutely disgusting. You just don't need to be caught there.
No, you absolutely don't want to be caught there as your inhib in that mid lane is going to fall. Just a T3 in that bot turret, T2, T3 in the top, and that Elder is almost definitely going over to setbacks. They're already on. It's already down to 6,000 HP. It's looking absolutely free for them. It's going to be all 5 getting that Elder Drake. And at this point, Satyr, if you're MYNT, what are you doing? If you're the shot caller in MYNT, what are you telling them?
That is a very tough question because I would be silent in the Discord.
God, I thought rule 1 is always
right
communicate.
Yeah, I know, but I'd be the Jin right now, and I would just be like very quiet, just being like, I don't deserve this loss.
See, at this point in games, if my team's losing this hard, at this point I've accepted we've lost, and I'm just trying to keep brain alive for game 3. I'm just cracking jokes, hoping everyone is able to keep good vibes so we don't just tilt lose game 3. Because a game like this is how you tilt lose game 3. We've already seen some tilt plays come out. BR gonna fall again. Oh, yeah, Bots Mania was able to find BR, but that's going to be about it, as the rest of his team going to fall immediately. It's just Radika alive. Usually the first dead in fight, going to be the only one alive for the last fight of the game. The Nexus is going to go down, and Shepex finds game 2.
Yeah, with the Elder, Soul, Baron, Rift, Grubs, that's other win conditions that immediately lent themselves to the team. So yeah, that was a little bit of a dismantling of MYNT, and it's a tough watch because we know MYNT are a very, very good team, and Inigo Montoya is probably one of my favorite top laners in this. I do also count Revenant in that list, so he also has to be number 1 for me, even though he plays the bot role but plays top laners. But Inigo Montoya is one of my favorites, and I don't think that's the champion I want to see Inigo Montoya on. I like to see them in carry positions, in stronger positions.
Fiora, please. Camille, please.
Mordekaiser, no?
If he was still on the table, yes. His name's Inigo Montoya, though. I want Fiora out. You can't name yourself Inigo Montoya and not pick Fiora, right? I'm not crazy about that. Like chat, surely some people agree with me. You want him on a carry champion, let's put him on Fiora. Let's tell Loco Poco to prepare to die. At this point, I think...
when that movie was out.
Nope, but I love that movie because the guy who plays Inigo Montoya is Mandy Patinkin, and he's a musical theater head. He played George, Sunday in the Park with George. And Andre the Giant is in it, which is amazing. The only guy I don't really know is the main guy, to be completely honest with you. One of them's on Young Sheldon, which is crazy that I know him from Young Sheldon more than I know him from Princess Bride. The guy's like, inconceivable.
You've hurt me so much with so little words.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. But look, it's a great game for some of these Esports Phoenix. They really showing why they are one of the stronger teams in the league. They've had a very, very good start to it here. And I also think, were they favorites coming into this one? I think, yeah. So they were 2D versus 3D. So they were favorites going into this one.
Pick'ems, most people seem to have MYNT in like a 3-1.
Yeah, because everyone loves MYNT.
However, if you were popping the 3-0 summit, you might get your wish come true. But if you have 3-2 MYNT, there's still a chance for a reverse sweep. And of course, the only way to get that ball rolling is to win game 3. Will they have a chance at that? Only way to find out is if we go to draft. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll see you guys at draft.
like crazy, oh, crazy, oh, crazy, crazy, oh, crazy, oh, crazy, 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 crazy,
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back as we get ready for the Game 3 draft. We just seen Summit Esports go up 2-0 over MYNT Gaming. But just before we get into this Game 3 draft, Sater, we got everyone's favorite game show. It's Kiss, Marry, Kill League Edition. Let's bring up those skins. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have Bullet Angel Kaisa, Pulsefire Shen, and Arclight Vayne. And Sater, I'm already noticing a controversial pick out of you. We're killing Kaisa?
Yeah, because I know what to annoy Loki.
It's like the best skin here, and it's Kaisa, and I'm required.
I've literally done it just to annoy Loki because I haven't annoyed Loki in a very long time. Also, I know it's the best skin. My son is named Kai.
Yeah, okay, you know what, fair. I had to pick Mary Kaisa because I told my girlfriend she kind of looks like Kaisa, so if I don't, I'm dead.
Also, Arclight Vayne is a beautiful skin. Like, Pulsefire Shen actually in-game is not a great skin. Its animations are terrible.
That's fair. But if we're looking at the art, for some reason, I'm not a huge fan of the way Shen looks. The art on this Pulsefire Shen skin, it kind of does things to me that I'm not afraid to admit. There's something about, meanwhile, Jesus Christ. Meanwhile,
in chat, so I'm going to explain my point. Pulsefire Shen doesn't I don't like the idea of futuristic ninjas. It just doesn't make sense to me. In my head,
he hates Mortal Kombat.
No, I have a Mortal Kombat tattoo. What do you even mean? You take that back right now and sit in your corner.
There is cybernetic ninjas.
There is, but I prefer to play Noob Smoke.
Okay, that's valid though. Nobody likes the cybernetic ninjas, but they exist.
They exist, but that doesn't mean I have to like them. What I'm saying is that the ninjas should stay in their time period. Simple as. They look so much cooler in that time period, so why can't they just stay there? And also along the other lines of that one, it doesn't fit thematically that he's the only one out of that troop that has a Pulsefire skin. Why don't the rest of the Kinku Order have it?
Doesn't the Kinku Order break on a lot of skins though?
Yeah, of course, but if you're going to release ones along this line, the background with Pulsefire Shen, Akali, and Kennen would be sick.
Okay, that's fair. I will give you that. However, I hate
ones. You have an Arclight team that makes sense. You have the Vayne, you have the Vel'Koz. You have all these champions that kind of go together, and they make sense thematically. And
I just hate the look of Arclight Vayne, though. It's just so, yeah. Yeah, but it's also so. Ugh. I just find this is one of the worst looking Vayne skins. Maybe not in game, but yeah. I mean, it's different, which is nice. However,
I'm just going to say this out because Brady's ever saying in the chat, and I feel like I need to argue pretty about this. He's not a ninja, he's a samurai. No, he is a ninja because literally in his lore, he is a ninja. He acts like a samurai in the terms of his stances, but he doesn't go out and assassinate people the way you think he does. He's a different style. He's part of the Kinku Order, an order of ninjas. Don't argue with me on this one. I will strangle you.
the
Strangle you
comics
on lore.
with Shen, Zed, and what is it, Yi, and who's the other one there?
Yeah, because Shen hates Zed because Zed murders people.
Those
He's a ninja.
those
He
comics
believes in
are
honor.
those comics are really peak though.
I'm so
Those
angry
comics are
about this.
really good.
But regardless, I do have to say, out of all the skins, Bullet Angel Kaisa didn't hit the same because it was release. I think there's better Kaisa skins.
Yeah, but it's still great. It's still like the best skin here. I will say though, on the line of skins that should have happened, I'm shocked we haven't gotten a water-based Zin skin that makes him Poseidon. The fact that that has not happened boggles my mind. I need it so badly. Like when the Sea Dogs or whatever came out, and Xin Zhao didn't get a skin and Yasuo did, I lost my mind.
Would Ink Shadow Kaisa be better here?
Like then Bullet Kaisa?
Bullet Angel. I'm just saying, Ink Shadow is probably one of my favorite skins, like for Kaisa.
Like, I prefer the look of Ink Shadow in terms of like visual appeal, but I also like Kaisa Bullet Angel without the mask is it's great. Perseus Poseidon, why not Poseidon Xin Zhao? Yes, we need Poseidon Xin Zhao. Thank you. That's what we need. It makes more sense than Pantheon.
I
it
feel
would
like
look
I'm
so
gonna
cool. There's
end up in
fan art
counselor
of it.
therapy, just screaming about why people care about skins.
You're gonna what? Sorry.
I'm a skinless player. I don't play with skins.
I'm a firm believer
That's actually
that
like, wait, no,
skins
hold up.
equal
There's
wins.
one skin I play with, which is Arcane Fracture Jinx.
I think we're forgetting the fact that skins equal wins because they give you that confidence boost.
I know, but I just like my animations staying the same.
That's like, okay, so that's fair. However, whoa, wait a minute. By the way, I just looked up Wild Rift Dawnbreaker Xin Zhao. Why is this skin not in the game? Why is this only
Wild Rifts have a
on?
better balance team, a better skin design team, a better map, a better
It's
gameplay, better
so
mechanics.
pretty. Dude, I would lock in this skin every day. Okay, we need also, this is probably a cold as shit take, bring the Wild Rift skins to League of Legends. Let me play the pretty skins. That's all we want. I'll pay money. Let me bring them. Let me spend my caster check on prettier skins, please.
So while Romeo
Anyways.
crashes out over the fact that a mobile game has better skins than the PC game, we are going to see that there is going to be changes in the drafting as Wei will be banned away by Sepix in game 3 here, as we see also Anivia being banned, which I believe is an interesting one. Has there been a sub this game? Just want to confirm.
Yes. So Tradika is going support. Luckified is going in that jungle. They're doing that swap. Could be because of tilt. Could be because of band. Could be because of pulls. I think having flexible players is huge in a game like this, especially when we have the feelings going.
Ooh, we're finally going to see a rise. That's a very, very good choice to come true. It should be answered by something with very heavy range. But with a Rel coming out, they're not going to immediately lock in a Callista.
Surely not. Surely we've learned in NA that we don't play Callista, especially when we're losing. Vel'Koz is gonna come out. If we see a Callista get locked in, I'm going to go insane. I don't want Callista. I want Callista so little that if a Callista gets big, I'm going to mold.
I don't think it's actually that bad here. I think this is one of the better games for it. I'm not liking that Trundle pickup. I don't think that's good at all. I think that's like, you haven't seen a heavy enough tank to really want to steal stats. Like Rel is decent, but she also does armor shred. Taking the Alistair away as well is decent. It's really good into Rel. If she wants to crash down, you headbutt out. That's fine. I'm just worried about this idea now that they have this long range. Okay.
How do we feel about letting an aggressive ADC through on Sep X to go with like BR's early game plays?
What are you thinking?
With Alistar. See, I don't. Name me some good ADC pairings with Alistar.
Well, with what's currently gone, I would say heavy aggression with All of that's gone. Tristana would be available. Zeri's been banned, so it's
Is Misfortune
Trist.
horrible? I kind of.
Misfortune's not great into Vel'Koz because you're trading
That's fair.
true damage versus spread damage, and with a Gnar and a Rel that can both jump into where they need to be, as Romeo seems to try to find out where all of his draft notes are around him. He's having a really bad time there. I don't think Misfortune is great into this. Gnar can get to you and Rel can get to you, and at the moment you have a pillar. And Sejuani on top of that, Misfortune really does not work that well here. I do think that...
I feel like picking the Sejuani into Trundle makes Trundle useful.
Yes, it does in a way. Also taking the Renekton now with Trundle and Renekton, you're going to have incredible power on
Yeah.
that top side as they just get to stick to whatever they want to. And Nar's going to have a very tough time there. It's slightly in favor of Nar solo, but we've seen it before. Tristana will go with that Alistair, so it has to be the Kalista. I don't know why they've saved it for this long.
Watch it be
genuinely, it's
Misfortune.
just-
Watch it be Misfortune. I'd be horrible, but watch them run it. Oh,
Rel Kalista is a really good lane. Rel goes in, gets the all of her damage off, gets the ult down, the crash down, the Maelstrom.
Kalista in NA scares me as much as Zillion mid. Those picks scare me. Every time I watch
I
them.
haven't had a chance to like play League a lot recently, and like when I was playing a lot of Sivir Kalista, because I just think both those champions are very good. If you have the ability to understand where you need to be and positioning wise, they both act very similarly, that you're moving in certain ways. But like if you get to a point where you have enough attack speed to deal with an Alistair and you have protection, this game looks okay. Like this game genuinely looks fine. Their first few picks, like it's very easy to dodge a rise as well. Like I don't think it's bad. I think it's good with Rel. I do prefer Renata's, but Rel Kalista is a decent lane. Like you get to hold the reins on the horse, which is a very, very good analogy for how this lane has to go. But they've moved their team around. They think Lokified might have a better chance in this jungle against Catsox. So let's see how they do. But level 1, they have been spotted.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot happen in level 1. A lot of flashes burnt, a lot of damage going out in the level 1s the previous 2 games, which, I mean, I love teams that make good use of the level 1 rather than just 5-pointing and doing nothing with it. If you can make use of it, I love it. Although we are seeing a lot of damage. Ryzini's flash going to be burnt. Shades of game 1 coming through with MYNT burning Ryzini's flash again. Level 1.
Yeah, and it didn't work out for them too well in game 1 previously. It's just... it works if Lokified can get in there. Like last time we saw Dradikid wasn't able to get the same effect off and really punish that mid lane. Hopefully this time around Lokified might have a little bit of a better shot at doing so. But Vel'Koz early doesn't really have that same burst if you can't get that true damage coming through from the passive. So there is still a little bit more to be done here. We are going to see Inigo Montoya walk down to double check if they were in the river there. There was something cooking there. I'm not too sure what it was. But yeah, let's go back. Everything's looking quite normal in lanes. There's no summoner spells that are really speaking to me. I am interested to see the press the attack Trundle. Do you have any opinions on that?
I like PTA Trundle. I think it's solid. You definitely just auto quick enough that like you can get decent worth. I think it's the standard build. I don't mind Conqueror Trundle either, but I do think PTA is pretty standard, especially with like
Or lethal tempo?
squishier top. You prefer lethal? I feel like if you're not building Bork, lethal's like not as good.
I just like bonking things really fast.
I feel like PTA into squishy targets is really nice. I can see a case for it if they have like a very tanky team, but bot lane Myers first blood immediately off camera here. Flash gone, barrier gone. It's the flash and ignite from Alistar that goes, and we're gonna go ahead and get a replay of this. You can see here, Doom jumping forward onto Myers, and just like that, we see BR's early game plays that maybe didn't last game when Doom was on like an Ezreal or a less aggressive ADC, working immediately now that he's swapped up to that Tristana. And now mid lane, Catsox gonna find Luckified right after, and that's Feats! That Feats right off the bat, the Trundle fake gonna go 2-0 so quickly here, and Ryzini was able to get out of that alive. What a big start from Sebex. They're saying, we want this 3-0 victory, we want decisiveness.
Yeah, they want to dominate right now. They want to set themselves up and nicely for a 3-0 and send MYNT straight to the depths. As yeah, that's a mid play turnaround. We didn't get to see the build up to that, whether it was Luckify going in first, but it just turned so quickly from what I saw. It's a tough position now to be in, because MYNT had been hoping to survive this one and maybe get through that early game without too many mishaps, as they've had some disasters starting these ones off. But right now it is just a disaster, as MYNT in a little bit of trouble. Inigo Montoya is actually winning decently in this top side into Loco. On this Gnar, they're forcing them out.
There's going to be the knockup from BR. Catsox is there as well. We're going to see Rel trying to jump in and do as much as they can, but with the storm coming through from Trundle, the dive's going to go over the wall from Doom. Rysini going to find the kill on Vel'Koz. Another jump going to come from the reset. Rel goes down as well. It's another 2 free kills. It's 5-0 right here for Setbacks.
Yeah, 5-0, and they've set themselves up nicely to also steal away some jungle camps, and we've seen this in previous games, and now is Luckify that is going to be on the receiving end of this, as it is a jungle advantage coming through once again. Good roaming coming from BR. Uh-oh.
Oh, free kill right there from Vel'Koz as we pan over to that mid lane. It's the knock-up. Luckified is sitting in that mid lane trying to get bots back in. Top side, Loco Poco going to find Inigo Montoya. That's new. Usually Loco Poco is on the hard end of that matchup, but this time he is getting a free kill on Inigo Montoya. And all around right now, Setbacks is just dominating. BR going in, a lot of damage going out onto Myers. It's looking really good.
Yeah, apart from that slight misstep in the top side there, things are getting spicy overall. Things have been going kind of similar to what we've seen before, but Inigo Montoya, yeah, just the Renekton damage, just timing it perfectly. So to get 1 kill back in mid, bots managed to get something back, but it is still a disaster class all around the board right now. Let's see if they can find something here, as they are collapsing onto Loco here. Seems more in favor of Loco to actually get away from this one, as he does have the assistance of Rysini, who I'm going to guess the name Rysini comes from playing Ryze, right? They've given the Ryze
You would
over to
assume
Rysini.
so. You'd hope Rysini comes from playing Ryze. BR going to go behind. They find Radika. And we're just going to see that explosive charge going forward. Ton of damage from Radika, and I'm starting to feel like the swap was not the play. Oh god, Luckified gonna be stuck in the jungle. Pillar's gonna go forward. The moment you have no health, that pillar dry. It's just doomed.
Yeah, and this like game 1 was like back and forth. There was moments of clarity from both teams where it looks like they could have done something. Game 2, Sepix really took over in terms of the macro and objective sense, and then
Hex Splash in, knock up right under Rel. There's gonna be explosive charge on Myers. It goes to the full stacks. They're not going to be able to find the kill, though. BR a little bit too deep. No surprise. BR loves pushing advantages. They love trying to find the kills. But very low health. Rysini is here to help clean this up. Doom trying to go for the bait. Goes down to 1 HP, and with Sejuani there, he is going to be there to save his bot lane from a Rysini gank. It was almost a great play in concept. However, they're still massively ahead. 7-2. First Dragon's on the map if they want to try to claim it. It's hard for MYNT right now. It is a really hard.
Every single contest MYNT go for now, they have to remember that there's just more money available. Even though no one's completed an item yet, even those little components can be the difference maker. And it is small incremental advantages that are going to continue to build up. And every single time they think about a play, they have to remember they're behind. And that can instill doubt immediately in the play. It could be the difference between flashing forward to try and help someone in a situation and just saying, no, they're already dead, they're already in the lead, just leave them die, we'll do something else. Those little things build up over time, and with the morale probably not in the greatest of places and them seeing the current scoreline, MYNT have to find a way to rally around one individual that has something they can do, and right now I don't think there's much anyone can do.
No, you have the kill on bots. I mean, Myers isn't super far behind. They have the CS advantage, at least over Tristana. But it's going to be hard to get them ahead when you have a 3-0-2 Catsox running around the jungle, getting to every play, and is just ready to kill anything he sees. Because when you lock that Sejuani into Trundle, every time Subjugate's up, any even fight, you're losing. That Subjugate is going to destroy your Sejuani and take it out of the fight right away. It might just be death ball time mid game for Mint.
Like, does a death ball work with this comp when like Tristana can jump, Ryze can ult, BR is alive and running at you menacingly, permanently? Like,
It's hard, but what else do you do?
you pray Vel'Koz is a zap.
I guess. It's so like, yeah. I mean, if you find them in a straight line and you're using the disintegration ray, it's gonna be huge. But we're gonna see Inigo Montoya caught from the Renekton here. The big Croc on that dominance is just running him down. He's trying to get away. He's looking pretty good. He does make it back to that tower. He has to burn a flash in the process. It's hard right now. It's really hard. We got 3 minutes till Dragon spawns. The grubs are up. They're being taken by Trundle. A Trundle with 3 grubs is dangerous. But we are going to see Sejuani run in. They're going to find BR. Doom going to force the Rel under turret. Can they get the kill back? No, Myers is going to try to throw him away and gets that Rel to safety. That was beautiful from Mint, but Ryzini's going to come in. Flash forward. Finds Myers. Can he get the kill? The barrier isn't going to be enough to stop it. He does pull one back. It's a 1-for-2 trade, but it was all around really well played by Mint there.
Yeah, no, it was really well played. And it was also a great play coming out from BR and Doom to try and keep that Rel under tower, forcing Myers to like jump into that play to pull Dradika out. There was a lot going on there. And yeah, it was really well played for the dive, and they do manage to get that bot lane killed, but still one gets turned over by Ryzini, which means that Kalista won't be able to capitalize too much off of that double kill. They won't be able to get waves in, pick up plates, maybe deny some more CS from Doom. But yeah, they get something on the map. But on the other side of things, they do get grubs on the side of Sepix, which is their second objective. So they're getting closer and closer to getting that feat as well, completing their objectives. And then on the other side, they also have a lot of damage done to the top tower for Loco. So Sepix could work quite easily into getting that first tower. I think there's 2 plates left on it from what I can see on the map. I know it's small, but yeah, it's still a dangerous game for them.
Doom trying to go in. Dradika trying to find him with the Magnet Storm, but it's just not going to be enough. Not going to find that centerpiece. Knocked back is Luckified into the tower. Doom and BR trying to find the winning angle of this 2v3. They get so much damage done. Able to prevent that tower dive, and here comes Catsox. Catsox is ready. The Subjugate is available. The Pillar's available. He finds the Pillar. Subjugate goes forth. Can he get one more chomp in? It doesn't look like it's going to be able to, but there is Doom. Going to jump in. The Disintegration Ray, though, going to find the shutdown for Myers onto Catsox. And just like that, it's a little bit of a gold injection back into that bot lane. Here comes BR trying to knock Bats under the turret, and he's going to find it. There's the explosive charge. It's huge. Almost finds Radika as well with the explosive charge. Is only able to find Vel'Koz. It's a winning play by Mint, but not by much.
Yeah, Mint managed to make a 3-4-2 out of that situation. Dradika was very close to falling there as well. If that bomb had went off, maybe a step closer, might have been able to take out that Rel. But it's a lot messier than what we've seen in previous games. It's going back and forth, permanently attempting to get something.
Is the Croc going to find it? Oh god, there's so much damage going through. Luckified can't fight this. Level 9-7. Another kill back to Sep X in this top lane, and Loco Poco making sure they keep their advantage.
Yeah, that Renekton is becoming ascended in that top side. Although the CS advantage is heavily for Inigo Montoya, they are finding the kills and they are finding those plates. They're getting gold regardless. And this could even be the tower if Luckified does not come back to try and stop that take as Loco. They're going to use the TP as well, but they do have Demolish. We could still see a decent chunk taken out of that tower, but yeah, it's a very messy game overall. Both teams are really forcing plays. And so far it has been Sepix coming out on top with that Drake now spawning as well, and Catsox in the area. No TP topside. We could see Renekton come down for this one.
That Ocean Drake. We could see we won't see 3 Cloud Souls in a row. We have Inferno Soul up. We have Hextech Soul up. Lots of good souls on the table. Mountain Soul up as well, if they can find it. There's going to be another bot's mana going down. Subjugate goes out on to Luckified. They do use the Disintegration Ray, do a lot of damage to Ryzini, but is it going to be enough? Dradika and Myers going to go through, and they do find Ryzini, and now Catsox going to be caught way too deep. Double kill going over to Myers, and we found the hero. We found the one they need to rally around. It's going to be the Kalista this game to try and keep Mint in it.
It is an NA Kalista, so we still have to keep our keep our hats on straight here. But yeah, there is a very, very good chance that Kalista could be the difference maker. Renekton is sending in for this TP, and BR wants to fight.
Oh god, they are getting stunned right now. Doom trying to find any angle, but it's just too much CC going through. Now Loco Poco, they're gonna dive onto Myers. Luckified gonna go down. Myers gonna go down next. It's Stradika and Inigo versus BR and Loco Poco. Stradika losing so much health. Inigo gonna be by himself, and Renekton is so strong. 4-0. Chasing down Inigo. Stradika gonna try to get in there. He does find the stun. It's enough to get Inigo out of there. Meanwhile, Ryzini gonna find Vel'Koz in the backside. The TP goes forth. Can Inigo get out? Can Inigo get out? No! Ryzini gonna find it, and just like that, Sepx finding a 6-kill advantage, and the Dragon.
Yeah, they should be able to pick up this Dragon as well off the back of that. And what was looking good for MYNT turns around very quickly when that TP was burned early. Inigo Montoya has to try to get back to that top side. Loco Poco realized, hey, I can see a flank ward. TPs to it, sets themselves up perfectly to clear out the rest of that. The pings are going out to say that Tristana is top, but the tower has been taken. The third objective has been taken. They've already won feats of warfare. They've got it all.
They're on
As
Loco Poco. Myers going to be able to find the kill. It's a huge shutdown for Kalista, but they're going to lose their life in the process. And the pillar goes, oh my god, wait, the outplay! Myers using the pillar to stay alive! Oh my god, Myers going to find a third kill maybe? BR does find it. There's a double kill to Kalista. BR going to be able to find Myers and get out. But Myers has got a massive gold injection. They are the hero. They are the final boss that needs to be taken out for MYNT. Meanwhile, off screen, we're going to see Vel'Koz and Luckified kill Doom. It is intense right now. MYNT has a champion on the board.
MYNT has one hope, one light, one opportunity. And let's hope there's no spaghetti on any of their sweaters right now, as Myers has a lot to do for the team, and there is good answers for that. Renekton can always just flash stun. There's always that Ryze can just pump damage into it. There's Trundles, there's Alistairs. So all eyes on Myers to see if they have the ability to move around and dance around these fights the way Kalista's known to do. But
Scuttle fight. We are gonna send the Scuttle straight to Cat Socks. I love that. I love that so much.
A nice little play. Looks good. BR has been having like really, really good mechanical games, like from the Bard game 1 to this. Like little things BR does just makes the game pretty.
Yeah, no, they add up. The little advantages add up. Like we even just look at the CS advantage. Cat Socks, almost 40 CS above Luckified right now. We're seeing a huge dive though. They're gonna find Inigo Montoya. Inigo Montoya has so many stuns, but Mega Gnar gonna be able to get him out of it alive. We are gonna see that Ignite burn from BR. Inigo able to lose the Ignite from their support and get out alive. Now Stradika gonna go in with a huge Magnet Storm gonna come through. Myers is here to try and cause an advantage. Doom gonna be forced to jump out. Catsock gonna be forced to try and stay away from Myers. Myers is gonna do so much damage to BR. Loco Poco trying to find the stuns. He finds the stun of Vel'Koz with Rel and Sejuani just both go down. The disintegration ray though isn't gonna find BR. BR surviving with a tick of health, and it's just playing perfectly on those health bars. Summit Esports able to keep this going. The Phoenix is in the air, and a lot of gold are on their side if they can find Myers.
Yeah, right now it is just taking away jungle camps, taking away everything they need to attempt to get Luckified back into this game. They need that CC. They need someone to help set up for Myers. And right now it's just calculated health bars from BR. Atakan is going to spawn the next 3 minutes. Drake is going to be open too. There's still a couple of objectives that we should see fighting over. We shouldn't see anything else before that. Things should calm down for a minute. Is there anything build-wise that's standing out to you that's a little bit worrying across anyone?
Right now, it's all looking fairly standard. I mean, Ryze still needs a few minutes to come online with that Roa. I don't see anything I'm too worried about. Is Stradika going to be dived on right now? There's going to be the chain. Myers going to be caught right at the start of this fight. Can they find the damage to get Doom? They do. They find Doom, but if they're down, their team's going to follow real quick. They are the damage. They can't be taking 1-for-1 plays.
No, they cannot. Doom is not as valuable as Myers in these situations, and that's a massive pickup for them. They're now going to go back, get those lanes sorted nice and pushed, and maybe take away another couple of jungle camps. But Inigo Montoya has different ideas as they are charging forward on the Snare. I don't think that's a fight you can take, buddy.
It's difficult. I see some people saying they'd rather see Ginsu's right now on the Kalista over the Terminus.
Yeah, 100%.
What makes that better? Just out of curiosity. Let's hear the color's opinion on why it should begin to over.
Well, a Terminus takes a while to get its full effectiveness, right? So you need a lot of auto attacks to stack up all the effects off of it, and Gwynso's gives you better attack speed, better damage, better mix damage, and it just gives you more as Callista. Also, it adds more rend stacks. So it puts more spears in people because it counts as an on hit, so you just get more damage. It is just a better item.
That makes sense. When you break it down like that, I mean, all we're seeing right now is Myers getting those spears in. The faster he gets the spears in, the quicker he's able to kill those tanks, which is like the only thing he's able to hit right now, too. So that's been a little bit rough for him. Right now, BR, though, taking a lot of damage. Bots went in so deep there for no reason. Is going to go down. Myers, though, still alive. If Myers is alive, there's a hope and a dream and a prayer for MYNT. Can he make some masterwork play? Myers trying to stay back. Catsox running down their back line. That T3 turret is standing in front of that inhib. Almost no way to save it. That inhib's definitely going to fall. Gnar trying to find an objective bounding that top lane, but his whole base is just falling apart at the moment. Inferno Soul's the soul in the map. That the third Inferno Drake is up. Ryze going to ult his team out of there to that dragon as that Nexus is inches from falling, but they don't take it just yet.
No, like, I think they had the right idea there that maybe they shouldn't take the inhibitor, and that might have been the plan. It's like, maybe we don't take this, maybe we don't feed Myers with free gold, because those mid lanes are going to keep crashing into the Callista and just going to keep picking up all that bonus gold. But on the other side of things, they are collapsing on Ryzini in the top side, which means that this Atakan is fully free. There is no one even within 200 Teemos.
Ryzini, though, at least gets a kill for it. Another shutdown, though, to Myers. They lose major objectives, but they get the gold and the one person they need to. And if we just go out and take a look at how much gold Myers has real quick.
Yeah, if we can get the gold total, that would be nice. I don't think it's going to be as high as people think, because although, like, yes, there's a lot of kills and bounties and all that going over.
I don't know. He's 2,000 gold above Ryzini, who's the top player right now.
But is that who you need to kill? Because Ryze is there, and Ryze is only, what, 1,200 behind?
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. Ryze is close, but it is still a massive gold injection for the top guy on the losing team right now, and it's a way back in if Catsock stops finding picks everywhere he goes. Trundle is insane at finding picks. And I think the other thing that's really good with Trundle's game, that pillar can just shut off that disintegration ray. Wow, that was a word. Can shut off the disintegration ray with the pillar.
The full name. What's the full name of it?
Oh god, life form disintegration ray with the passive researched. I love spreadsheet.
I love spreadsheet. And what is the passive?
God, if I know. It's called research. Well, what it does, could not tell you. I think it's something the longer it's on.
Spellcast's passive is organic destruction.
Oh, organic
which if you get 3 stacks, you do the true damage. So it applies the passive research, which helps you do more. But yeah, Boss Maven now in a little bit of a decent position here to maybe get some damage on BR, but BR just does not care. BR is playing this like a proper tank, just walking up, getting vision, and saying, "You won't hit me, I dare you." As Inigo Montoya is here.
Oh, there's going to be the magnetic storm. They're on Ryzini. There's going to be the disintegration ray. Ryzini doesn't fall, barely gets out of that as Loco Poco goes in right on to the Callista. Is he going to be able to find the kill? He's not. So many spears going into him. He does get out with 1 HP again. Oh, there it is. Loco Poco going to fall. BR trying to get him, but Myers, he's ignited, still alive though. As long as he's alive, they have a hope. As long as he's alive. He's playing on a very small percentage of HP right now. His team needs to peel for him. That's Luckified's job. That's Vel'Koz's job. That's Stradika's job. Keep Myers alive. Keep the president alive. He's going to run straight back to base. It's going to give them an opportunity to try to take this T3 turret. A lot of damage going to go out to it. Some minions going to be dragged over to it from the mid wave as well. That's going to fall. It opens up that inhib. 2 minutes till Inferno Soul as well. It's very scary right now for MYNT. You need to fight that Inferno Soul or you're going to lose this game.
But there's also shared timers. So Baron and Infernal are pretty much on the exact same timer, which means that it's actually a lot worse as Luckified.
Luckified is going to get found. From Catsox, there is a subjugate available, not huge, just chunk them to half. There's going to be Rel trying to find something, but Doom able to jump over the wall with that rocket jump, and now We're a minute and 30 from Dragon, people backing, people getting ready to set it up. What does MYNT need to do?
MYNT needs to find the objective that Sepix wants the most and make sure they can test that one. So Sepix have the opportunity to either go Baron and let them have one Drake, or go and get the Soul and let them have Baron. I think MYNT genuinely need to look at this and go, let's make sure that we can test them on whatever it is. We'll go for the one team fight. We'll try to play it the best of our ability, front to back, keep Myers alive, and see if we can kill them on it, get the objective, and trade it into the second one. They need to go all or nothing, or they will get absolutely nothing. They will not get to a game 4.
Ryzini going to be able to stop the back of Inigo Montoya here. He did lose the Realm Warp, but he has TP ready to go. He has a lot of chunk damage on Inigo that provides another advantage right now to Sepix, on top of their massive amounts of pryos in every lane at the moment. We see most ultimates going back up. Fate's Call is something we want to watch out for. Magnetic Storm, Glacial Prison. On the other side, we have that Subjugate. We're going to have that Unbreakable Will, Buster Shot, Dominus. Can Renekton get on Myers? These are the questions we're asking walking into this fight. BR playing like an absolute Chad right now, just walking up in their faces, saying, smack me around all you want. I am Alistar, but there's the Glacial Prison. He's going to go forward. Doom, they're all diving on Doom and BR. Catsock's trying to fight his way in the back, but he's pushed off. BR going to go down. Doom, almost down as well. So many spears in him. Can they finish him off? They do find Doom. Meanwhile, the backline getting pieced up by Catsock, but Myers isn't there. Myers isn't there. Him and Lucified ran the other way. Can Myers piece this up? Lucified. Oh my God, Rise gonna find the pentakill from the backline. And he finishes off Myers. That might be the game-winning pentakill.
Taking your name to a whole new level. Rise Eni will take the penta, take the game, and take them to quarterfinals here in a dominant fashion against MYNT. The favorites, according to most people's pick'ems, but incredible play there coming from the Rise. Absolutely insane flank coming through, and that will be game. That will be a 3-0. And Dradica, you swapped the role for this one, and now you're stuck to your own Nexus.
Yeah, it's rough. He played well on the Rel, but like, we gave Ryzini Rise. We gave Ryzini Rise. If Eddie keeps watching this, don't give Ryzini Rise. Don't give Ryzini Victor. This guy is insane. Summit Esports has such, I mean, they have great players all around, but Ryzini showing in that pentakill how well. We've seen some great plays from Trundle. BR, I mean, you go back to that Bard Tempted Fate. The Renekton this game was insane. Like, they're just so consistent, so well played, and they're a great example of how far macro itself goes as well. Even when they were behind, they stuck together, they found the macro plays, they found the objectives, they pulled together and had a huge 3-0 against MYNT Gaming.
Yeah, and it always seemed to come down to the very same thing when it came to Summit Esports, is that it was a very slow, controlled early game. They kind of find these early picks or early advantages. And in some cases, they even lost them in terms of Ryzini losing flashes in mid lanes in game 1 and 3, but they played around it, they respected it, they focused on objectives, and they were always in the right places. And although Ryzini gets a pentakill, BR, the Bard plays and the Alistar plays and the hyper aggression, and Loco getting the better of Inigo Montoya in that Nara versus Renekton matchup. Catsox has played an absolutely exceptional game over the course of all this, with multiple souls, multiple Barons, multiple Atacans, and just dominating and being in the right places at all times. So I think everyone on the team deserves credit where credit is due for playing exceptionally well. I didn't say much about Doom, so I'm going to let you talk about the ADC, because I don't think ADC matters anymore because Riot don't like us.
I mean, I think there were definitely good plays. I think his Ezreal was probably the best performance we've seen.
Yeah.
I loved him on
It
his
spoke
Ezreal.
Mandarin, it's fair.
The Ezreal was insane. I think that's definitely a pick other teams who are going against Summit Esports need to watch out for. It might have not, like, I don't necessarily know that there was any MVP performance from Doom, but I don't think that's really on Doom as much as it is his team played so well that I think we didn't pay as much attention to him as,
I think
like,
Doom complemented the rest of their team with their damage without overshadowing the rest of their team. They done what they had to do, but the Ezreal especially was, I think it was really, really good. It did speak Mandarin, it really did well, but over the course of that game, you saw the rest of the team shine while Ezreal just scaled to where they needed to be, and they done their damage where they needed. I think it's more of a testament to Summit Esports that they don't have to protect the puppy when it comes to their ADC, and they know that Doom will still do their job.
I think what I'm interested in is once Summit Esports gets to this next round, do we see Doom need to start playing like a lot more aggressively in that bot lane? 'Cause we see BR go in a lot to protect him. This game, we've seen some really good lane plays with the Tristana and BR combo of Alistar. I'm curious to see what happens when we get more aggressive lane picks, but I think the closer these games go into the late game, the more we'll see out of Doom. And I definitely think Doom is one of those ADCs where if he needs to carry the team, he will find a way. And that's a question I think that goes in later into the playoffs. 'Cause as games get longer, the ADC gets more important. We're just seeing games end fairly quickly right now.
Yeah, I'm just looking at all the updates across all of the other playoffs. So right now, Surely Not Akuma is 2-1. They did lose a game against Vancouver Impact. Zepex just won trio against Mint. Neogen Xenos beat XCV Sloth. But that game was played earlier, so we knew the result from that one. Phantom Troop Hisoka versus Mint Corruption. The other Mint team is currently 2-1 to PTH. So we could see both Mints out very, very quickly here in our round of 16. Faceless Insomnia is currently 2-0 up against Lane Zero Reapers and Conduit Esports Misery 3-0 Monkeys Doom.
My
Holy
boys,
Church of
Monkeys
Seder
are
is
eliminated.
down 2-1 against
What?
Tilt DT1. So that will be an interesting one for me to keep an eye
Holy
on.
Church of Seder had so many people to predict them to get to finals. I think that might be
Yes,
the
they
most
did.
predicted. Like them and Akuma might be the two most predicted teams to go to finals. For
Yeah,
Holy
we'll
Church
see.
to have the
We'll see.
chance of getting eliminated here is insane.
And Flash Syndicates and Iceborne Black are currently 1-all, so I haven't got an update
I
on
want
that
to
last
say
one.
Flash Syndicate is my dark horse. I think people are sleeping on Flash Syndicate.
I didn't put the rest of my pick'ems in. I'm going to do them as they go through each one. I'm just going to continue to fill them out like the old version of. So I was one of the only people to get the win in a pick'ems on a Valorant tournament. Like I got every single one correct the whole way through.
Insane.
Which it was on Wikipedia as well, so it's actually on my name on Wikipedia. There's actually like a little bracket thing. But yeah, I'm really interested to see. So I'm going to continue to update mine as I go through the weeks to see if I can continue to get them right or wrong. But yeah, it looks like most of the time the favorites are coming through as the winners, which I guess is a testament to the strength of the groups overall as they are kind of evening out. But still to see Surely Not Akuma drop another game after going undefeated, losing one game to the bottom team, and now losing to Vancouver, things could get messy. But please do keep updated on the playoffs, as we will probably put them in the chat over the course of this one. But I think that's all from us, right, Romeo?
That is all. I do want to say real quick, I'm sad to see Literal Monkeys go because their team name just makes me so happy. But with that being said, Summit Esports Phoenix going to take the 3-0 win over Mint Gaming. And now, pay attention to the rest of the playoffs. We're going to go ahead and see it out here. We will see you guys next week for more Vanquisher action in the quarterfinals. Be sure to stay tuned to our other leagues, which are all in the playoffs this week. And me and Sander will see you guys next time.